Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody. Sorry for the delay. Unfortunately, it does take quite a bit of organisation to get all of these guys into VC, mute and deafened, and with the referees. So unfortunately, it took a little bit of a while there. Some people a little bit late, some people a little bit all over the place there. So we managed to get it organised. We're ready to go. So let's get it kicked off. So I'm going to be here, mute and deaf here with Pantelanard and Zypher. So they're going to be in VC here as well with me. And we're going to be playing the first game. So the first game here will be... Let's give it a little look here. So it's going to be on the brackets. And we are going to be... Karas Asgul. Alright. It's going to be the first one. So Karas Asgul. There we go. So, it's going to be a pick 2 ban none system using fruit rules. Pick a ban when you're ready. Pick a ban when you're ready, Pantelanard. Good evening, welcome. How are we? Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. So this is going to be the finale to BattleMania. So this is my tournament that I was hosting extremely regularly. But the problem is that a lot of things... yes, sir. The biggest problem that we had is just a consistency, being able to get stuff out. We ran out of time. People couldn't do this week or that week, and we're now able to get the finale of Season 6 out, which is really, really good. And the winner today will be taking away a copy of Total War Warhammer 3, so that's also really, really awesome. My face is not here. My face is not here. I just realised. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Haha! Hello! There we go. Hopefully you guys can see me now. Hopefully you guys can see me now. So, Bretonnian Dwarfs, Pantelanard becoming a rather large Dwarf main, which is so nice to see the Dwarfs getting played at the very top level of the game. Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. Winner here, of course, will be taking some good prizes, which will be very, very nice indeed. So let's have a look here. Got a couple of pings. Let's just make sure everything's okay. Thanks, mate. No problemo. No problemo. Let me do a check. We're going to Alright, the guys are goofing around and I love it. Smalls is there, ready to go. Wow, Smalls, if you're around, I would have used you today, but it's like I didn't quite get the opportunity. Alright, so just gonna wait to see what Zyphot wants to do here. So unfortunately, I didn't actually get to eat my lunch, which is a big shame. That's the biggest sad of today. My lunch is sat right in front of me here. I've got half a bowl of soup that's now unfortunately not going to get devoured. Hey, Rusty, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing really well. Hope you're doing really well. All right, so we've got people in and ready to go. Let's just double check. Yeah, I think we're all good. We're all good. I'm thinking. Alright. Alright. So it depends what he wants to do here. So you've got Bretonnia and you've got Dwarfs. I think there's a multitude of things you could do here. I think Chaos does well into Bretonnia. I think Chaos can also do well into Dwarfs. So I think that's a potential option. You've got Beastmen as well. Beastmen, it does struggle against the Dwarfs, I must say. The High Elves. Oh, High Elves. So I think we'll probably see a Bretonnia here out of Pantelanard. And then we'll probably leave the Dowie for a nice good counter pick. That's what Juicy. Juicy like so? Juicy. Alright, for the lady. For the lady. Alright, so we are going to have Mr. Fanta Lemonade, Fuzzy Lady here, going up against Mr. Zypher with the High Elves. Now, he is quite a elven main for sure. Beastman is a good pick here. Yeah, I think so too. I do like the fact that Beastmen can do well into Dwarfs, and Dwarfs can do quite nicely into the good old Beastmen as well. Fuzzy Lady for the French baguette. Indeed, indeed. Oh yeah, I might see Mr. Leonka, Mr. Leonka of Leonka. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Parkerilla? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing very well today. Now, I think they demo the Dwarfs Well, I don't mind the matchup. I've got unique builds. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. The lady is actually an elf, so you're rooting for me. Ooh, interesting. Right, so we're just waiting here for a couple to join. I know, Mr. Right, we see here what happens. Hey, Mr. Blackthorn, welcome. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you back. How's things? How are you? Nice to see you back, back and around. Liar heresy will be will be purged. Alith is her name, I think. Oh, Lilith. Lilith. Never rooting for an Elgie. Elgie are the true scum, that's for sure. Having some fun here, setting up RGB gaming keyboard and preparing for Warhammer 3. Nice! I like that, Parker. I like that. What did you think about Warhammer 3? How are you guys feeling about the domination mode? Certainly looks fun. It certainly looks fun. Of course, it certainly does dice up the multiplayer scene for sure. And, you know, we will be seeing some changes. But, you know, from my experiences, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good indeed. Pretty good indeed. So, Pantanalod loves it. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. So let's delve deeply here into the matchup. So, Cavalry here coming in for the Bretonia. So if we look here at the the Dragon Princes, 20% physical resistance, 70% fire resistance. So arrows here, the flaming arrows particularly, probably not going to be seen too much, just in case. It's also going to negate here. I'm going to think about what else could come in. I don't think we're going to see the Regiment of Renown, because if you see the Companions of Quinel, they actually have 25% fire resistance, so they can also negate quite a lot there. The Companions of Quinel are actually really strong in this matchup, I think. Also here, the Knights of the Lion-Hearted do very nicely, because the magic damage circumvents the physical resistance, so I think you're certainly going to see two of those coming in. Grail Knights as well could be very, very nice indeed. They're certainly going to circumvent a lot of the physical resistance that can come in here from the High Elves, so something to think about, something to think about. The front line, I think the Rangers and Spearmen should be absolutely fine for the High Elves. Bolt throws could do quite nicely here up against some of the other artillery pieces, and there's certainly a good contrast here you can see between the two for sure. Domination looks interesting, more strategy, but may not be everyone's cup of tea. Of course, and I can perfectly understand that. Alright, so we are going to be on the Karek Asgul. We have a nice big rock here on the right. And on the left there we have a bunch of trees that can be utilised by both sides. A little rock here in the front as well. And then a rather large mound here that actually is, you know, a little bit bigger than most people might give it justification for. So let's go here with the High Elves. We are going to start in the front here with Spearmen dotted throughout the front. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe some Silvering Guard in there as well. Yeah, looks like there's going to be 1 or 2 Silvering Guard. Yeah, a couple of Silvering Guard here dotted throughout the pocket. 30% magic resistance. Yeah, pretty good. In the middle here, the Illyrian Reavers, 90 speed, relatively decent stats overall, like nothing amazing, but you know, they're certainly going to do the job that needs to be done. The Archmage Metal here with the Plague of Rust and Searing Doom, as well as the Arcane Conduit. We are going to have the double Phoenix Guard here in the back, the elite men of the Asur that look absolutely gorgeous. Look at these bad boys coming in with their flaming cloaks and you know, their go faster stripes, as it were. We are going to have Lothran Sea Guard in the back as well here for the good pokey poke spears and some good range pressure. 165 range, it can be pretty decent, So we're going to go for a spear box, and yeah, not really surprised. So from Pantalanard, we are going to have the peasant mobs here in the front, the cheap battle farmers, as I like to call them. And in the sides, we are going to be having the Knights of the Realm. The Knights of the Realm here are going to be bonus for Solange, but, you know, they're not going to have the magic damage here necessary. Question Knights in the middle, good armor piercing as well. Peasant mobs here coming in with the pox arrows, peasant bowmen, and more pox arrows here with the men at arms in the middle to really bolster up that mid pier. And we're going to have some more of the battle farmers, lovely stuff. In the middle here, the Knights of the Realm, quite a few with some more question knights, of course. Here with the Blessed Field Trebuchet, the Blessed variety here does have the magic damage, but also, more importantly here, cannot hit any of their own troops. So no friendly fire, which is pretty nice. We are going to see the Pegasus Knights, anti-large, 80 armor, 105 speed, you know, pretty good overall, This guy's coming in full yellow, you know, you gotta bite that. And of course, we are going to have the King Leon Kerr. And Luen is ready here. He's ready to strike fear into his enemies here on Bequeath with the Sword of Corone, the Lion Shield, the Foe Seeker, the Lady's Champion, and the Blessing of the Lady. So going to be charging here on the Archmage. Yep, she's going to be running, and so she should. This boy means business. Even here, 125 speed there with Foe Seeker. You've got to be careful there because 110 is not going to be able to get your way against this guy. Now, you could overcast Plague of Rust and then shoot into him as well, but we don't have any nets here on the battlefield, so yeah, it's a bit unfortunate there. But 1, 2, 3, 4 units, 5 units of Loffen Sea Guard here with all the juicy spears. Some with shields, some without. Yeah, they're going to be fighting in the sky. Could be Plague of Rust here is the question. This could be a bait. This is actually going to give him the missile resistance, and now it's going to be there with the Plague of Rust overcast, and now we're trying to get away. We are going to be shooting this guy, but we do have 40% missile resistance here for Mr. King Leonka with the Lion Shield. So, unfortunately here, the Phoenix Guard are going to get shot here by the Blessed Field Trebuchet, and there's not too much. We do have, of course, the Searing Doom. That could be pretty good here up against artillery pieces. Good luck, have fun from both sides. Really like to see that sportsmanship here throughout all of my games. We're going to be seeing shots coming in the front. You can see the Lion Shield is now going to go, but we can see that the Plague of Rust is still active, down to 30 armor. So, big damage here on the front. And it's going to be, you know, forcing a bit of regen here from Mr. King. And the arrows are going to be going strong. They're going to be firing here, I'm sure, into the peasant bowmen. And here, we'll probably what you want to do is dot forward here a few more of the shielded Loffen Sea Guard, so they can take in and absorb a little bit more damage here than their naked brothers. In the back, though, the Phoenix Guard, you know, wouldn't mind seeing these getting in the trees, or wouldn't mind seeing them, you know, sort of positioned here behind the ridge, you know, getting a little bit more protection here, perhaps, from the Blessed Field Trebuchet. Seeing Doom there looks like it was coming down on something. I didn't quite see, maybe some cavalry, not too sure. Didn't quite see where that came home. But in the sky here, you can see, unfortunately, the Archmage is going to run. But Foe Seeker is going to be knocking on the door. And the Archmage can run all she likes. She can run, but she certainly cannot hide against the Big King. Luen is coming here for that booty. And that booty here will certainly fall. It looks like here some of the special battle farmers have been left in reserve. These are the most elite of the elite. We call these the reserve army that will come through. We call this one the Dad's Army in the back here. This is the Dad's Army left at home here, ready to go out and do all the good things here that is needed. So in the middle here, Loffen Sea Guard still shooting. They're going to be pouring in here up against the peasant bowmen. Front lines are fighting. You are going to see the battle farmers are going to hold true here, but the Silvering Guard are certainly going to get through and finish them off. Spearmen will lose here to the men at arms. The elite farmers themselves will, you know, they'll do pretty well here in the front. You know, they'll certainly put on a good show. And in the back here, Little Reaver's going to be just carving apart peasant mobs, and they're just going to run away here. They're going to be faster than the Question Knights and the rest. So, you know, they don't have to stay around and fight. You know, there's no need for them to do so. Spearmen and, you know, Silvering Guard and Phoenix Guard and you name it. All these spears are just going to be pouring through. Certainly want to see Zypher coming round and round and get around these edges and certainly do all the good work here with these Phoenix Guards. You know, these guys are ready to get in and do all the good butchery. In the back here, looks like they are going to be protecting perhaps this side flank. But we'll have to see. Archmage, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. She's going to get away 105 there for the Pegasus Knights. But of course, they got a charge bonus in at this range. So this one here, going to be getting a little lance here and poking in behind there for the Archmage. And she's not going to be happy about that. She's not going to be happy about that at all. But they're going to go because, of course, they are going to get into archer range. And here we probably do have... Oh, no! We are going to have yet another Foe Seeker. Foe Seeker in this moment is super powerful. 125 speed up against 110. It's looking devastating. So we can see here, trying to see if we can get on top of that peasant bowman. And the artillery shot's not doing so great. But in the middle here, looks like we might have a Dwellers Below here from the life magic. Earthbound as well is going to be in tow. Looks like Dwellers Below is going to be missing a lot of the range here. Nice stuff. Good movement out and out there coming in from Zypher. Very, very, very good battlefield awareness for sure. So these guys need to move. Get these spearmen forward. Get them shutting down here up against the Trebuchet in the back. We do see the Archmage is getting away at the 100 speed here for King Leoncoeur, which is a regular Plague of Rust. Yeah, you can't be forced to overcasting now. You take any sort of overcast damage, and the Archmage is done for. So you've got to be careful there. This is going to be a chase. This here is just going to be a Benny Hill moment for probably about the next 10 minutes, I imagine, if, you know, we allow it. But it looks like some arrows might be donking on the back door here of King Leoncoeur, but perhaps not as well. Perhaps not. Got to be careful of those Questing Knights. Though Questing Knights 80 armor, not particularly strong actually. You've got to be seriously careful there, because that goes down to, you know, say in the 50 range. These archers were doing absolute pounding here on the cavalry units. So yeah, you certainly have to think about what you're going to be doing here in the times to come. But Illyrian Rivers can certainly move through the pocket. Phoenix Guard as well, just like in the back we are going to have the Pegasus Knights. Can we get here an armor sundering perhaps on the Pegasus Knights? Perhaps. And then we get some of the archers shooting here in the sky, doing all the good dastardly work here up against the Pegasus Knights. In come the cavalry here. They're going to be charging on the front up against those spearmen. They're getting a rear charge and a front charge coming down here. These spearmen here are going to be getting out, but they are going to be getting butchered by the many here, the tens, maybe even hundreds coming down here in the front line. And you see cavalry pouring into every single orifice here at the front. We are going to be charging in with Phoenix Guard, trying to see if we can clear out these elite knights, but I just don't know if we can do it here. In the middle there, we are going to see a Syrian dude coming down, doing down to half health on the field trebuchet. So brilliant work there, and mobility coming out. It looks like it is going to be Foseeker activated. This is where you peel off the other flying units, because you don't want them to compromise kind of the attack animations of King Leoncoeur. So we do see a little cheeky nibble in the back, and it looks like it's going to be down to 1,000 HP. I just don't know if we have anything to kill the king. I'm not too sure. On the floor here, charging in, it's going to be the Questing Knights. Certainly get around here and charge into the back up against the Silvering Guard could be very nice. I do apologise. And in the back here, we are going to have Plague of Rust activated here on the Questing Knights. So we can now shoot in and do some lovely damage here. You can see 50 armor, and you can see they're going to get absolutely deleted here if you're not careful. Archmage is just going to be flying around yet again, just having all of these Pegasus Knights in behind, chasing. They are going to be poking, and they're going to be doing some damage over time. 920 here for the Archmage. I'm surprised Cypher has kept this thing alive as long as possible. Like for me, it probably wouldn't have gone that well. Earthblood has been activated, doing healing here for the Questing Knights. King Leoncoeur as well. He's going to be charging in here with that Terror, coming in with the Damsel of Life as well. She's going to be compromising the range units, and that's probably going to save the Plague of Rust there for the Questing Knights. And the Knight Reserves are going to be getting involved here. The Dad's army are fighting up against the is that Spearman here? Yeah, up against some Spearmen, so nice work over there. In the sky though, still going strong in this battle, still going to be pushing away. There's no range units here, I don't think, left. Yeah, we do break the Blessfield Trebuchet. Archers over on the backside. So there's going to be nothing here to kind of stop the Archmage from just kind of going around and around and around and just cycling through and keep going with that Plague of Rust there. So shooting on the top, we are going to have Loth and Seaguard here. Now going to be still pouring in up against the Questing Knights. They can certainly kill a couple of models here if you're not careful. But I don't know what we're going to do about King Leoncoeur. King Leoncoeur could actually come through here and slam up against the Archmage. She's going to have to do a nice, good right turn here, or it's going to be looking pretty bad. Plague of Rust activated on the Pegasus Knights. We can now shoot in the sky here with Loth and Seaguard on the floor. Try and see if we can damage here. 50 armor. We might be able to do some work. I'm not too sure. Can we get the Loth and Seaguard ready to go? This game's pretty close though, but it's going to be pulling into the Bretonnian favour. Actually, looks like they're going to shoot up against King Leoncoeur. I think that was a mistake. Plague of Rust here now probably wasn't used all that well. 665 there for the Archmage. We are going to be wavering. I don't know if this is maybe going to be influence on balance of power as well, but maybe currently losing is -8 there perhaps, or maybe that's just currently losing in combat. We are going to break the Peasant Bowman. That's a nice ability there coming out the Archmage. Once he gets some marking conduits, get some more abilities going through. Oh my god, look at the Dad's army. The Dad's army are going strong. They might even beat back here up against the Spearmen. God damn it, look at the boys here getting in and doing all the work. They could actually push off the Spearmen, and that would be a heroic day indeed. That certainly would be a heroic day. Now in the middle here we have some Loth and Seaguard. They've run out of ammunition. They certainly needed to shoot the Pegasus Knights. Yeah, it's looking pretty tough here. It's looking pretty tough. Coming in here with the double Questing Knights. No, it looks like Dad's army do fall here under the pressure of the Spearmen. Bit of a shame there, but we are going to pull back here with the Peasant mobs. They are shattered. Yeah, it looks like the Battle Farmers are... I've had enough for today, and you know, I don't blame them. They've done the work here for the lady, and they should be very proud. In the back, looks like we have some ammo left, but it looks like here, yeah, we are going to see a shatter. It's looking pretty dire here for the High Elves, it must be said. Arrows firing in the sky here against Mr. King Leoncoeur. They need to shoot these Pegasus Knights, I think. Yeah, Pegasus Knights need to be shot. Terror does push down there and push off the Loth and Seaguard. Coming in here are two units of the Questing Knights. And sorry, one of the Knights of the Realm. In the middle, down to life, she's going to be charging in as well. Looks like we're going to get a bit of a resurgence here in the middle. And then maybe a charge forward here onto the resurging High Elves. So I want to get these bad boys back in, ready to go. Don't really care here about these peasants. Is that Syrian Doom? Yeah, unfortunately that's Syrian Doom. That's going to be a lot of mana there that's going to go down the toilet, unfortunately. And it looks like here the Archmage was eventually caught. When this thing dies, I think we could be getting close here to army losses. Phoenix Guard should be able to hold the day, but it all depends. And yeah, Cypher will pull out. Hello, hello! Logic, can you drag Hanadins down from the Discord? Yes, I will do, my friend, I will do. Let me do that right now. Done. Dun 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 dun. Right, we just at chosen one. How long for you, buddy? Let's just check how long chosen one's going to be. He's the only one left here to join up. But great game here at the beginning. Let's put a big dubski here on the face of Mr. Fanta Lemonade. Yes, the big man here. Going to be striking first blood with Mr. King Luen Leoncoeur. So, the Luen of the King variety here with 1,250 damage value. Yeah, pretty good overall. You know, pretty decent considering he actually probably didn't do too much in reality. Just chasing the Archmage for most of the battle. 822 there for the Damsel of Life. 8, 87, 93, and 108, and 55. Sorry, I get very yawny when I'm casting. I don't know why. I just get very, very yawny. But 200 there with 230 for the Men-at-Arms, with 411, 130, 166, and 455 for the Peasant Bowman. So 550 with 212 there for the Knights of the Realm, with 708 and 1,250 for the Questing Knights, with 560 there for the Pegasus Knights. 1,618 here for the Blessed Field Trebuchet. Very good performance indeed. And that's what you can see, just one there. Yeah, very good damage. So 812 there for the Archmage of Metal. We've got 240, 28, 450, and 150 here for the Spearman. Silver and Garden at 62 and 650, with 140 and 166 here for the Phoenix Guard. There was kind of no, apart from you can see 5 units of range in total. I just don't know if that's enough to force them onto the Phoenix Guard. Like for the most part, Bretonnia just kind of ignored the double Phoenix Guard. But let's see, 980. 1,100, 1,450, 800, and 1,061 here. So 250 and 200 there for the Illyrian Reavers. With, yeah, not too bad overall. I think maybe a little bit more Illyrian Reaver pressure might have been quite nice. Alright, so we are going to get a Dark Elf and Wood Elf pick. I think you know what to do. Yes. Do it. Do it. Of course, all of you guys won't know, but Pantelanard is becoming an I pick dwarf. Yes, he's become an amazing dwarf player. Has Mr. Pantelanard, and of course, Cypher's hatred for the dwarfs as an Elgi main. Yeah, it's quite nice to see here. It's quite nice to see. Please, 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 CA, give domination and land vassals for quick vassals. I think that will actually be quite a negative thing. I think because it'll actually divide the community, which I don't think would be a great thing. All right, I'm gonna pick Wood Elf, and Logic will be really sad. Estiliantum. Easy is the map. I think the community is very divided, as is... Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. New boxes is coming. Oh, yeah. I think it is too. Next bit, yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, I think it's... yeah, I think it's a... I think it's a really nice game mode. I think when people give it a try, I think that they will... So let me just sort it out here for Mr. Shuzenwan. Greenman and Tretch are doing their things. All right. Perfect. Here's here. And then we'll move you to here. All right, let me check something. Right, let me just message at dark. Right, now we're done there. Cool. Alrighty. Evening. What is the bracket today looking like? Let me post the bracket. Let me post. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So, there's the challenge for all of you. There we go. Alright. Fine for me, Elgi. I'll go what else? Alright. Fine, I'll do it myself. I think, you know, Battleman is a very, very strong dwarf player for sure. Extremely strong. This is going to be tough as I for the win, I think. I think due to build roulette, I think this is 60% favoured for the Wood Elves. And can be negated by very, very strong players from the Dwarfs. With a very strong Dwarf player, which is quite rare, it is 50-50. And there's less build roulette if it's done correctly, but I think for players that are newer to the Dwarfs, I think it's heavily build roulette for them if you don't know how to play this matchup. But yes, I think it's a true 50-50 this matchup. I think it can be very tough. It can be very tough here for the Dwarfs. This matchup for sure. Yeah, I think as well, like, some things that I don't think many people have discussed about. So, for example, on land battles or pitch battles, whatever you want to call them, as we are casting now, there's currently 2 factions in the game that just wouldn't be able to be used, and one of them is Tzeentch. You just can't use them. They would have to be just outright banned. They're just way too strong. But they're kind of nerfed a bit in the domination mode. And the second one is Nurgle. Just Nurgle would never be used. They're just too bad. They're just too bad. They're too slow. They just get kited every time, and you have to have like 7 or 8 bans for them, because otherwise they just lose everything. And the majority of the game is factored around domination at the moment. So yeah, it's a pretty tough one right now. Let's go for the armies, and then we'll do a little bit more discussion. But Glaive Rider Spears here, 2 units in the front. Starfire Shafts here, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Starfire Shafts, so 5 damage and AP. Here with the Wildwood Rangers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Wildwood Rangers, great AP, good melee stats as well. And if you really want it, bonus plus large if you're getting in any trees for whatever reason. In the back here, we are going to have, of course, Drycha. She's going to be ready to go here with the Rouse of Wrath, as well as the Penumbral Pendulum with the Triple Fanatical Resolve. Also here with Frenzy, magic damage as well, which can be a little bit... can hurt you quite a bit if you're not careful. In the front here, we are going to have Eternal Guards with shields, and they should be able to do some good poke. So for the Dwarfs, this is looking pretty good so far. We are going to have a buckload of Longbeards here in the front, ready to go. Backed up here by Dwarf Warriors on the flanks here with those shields. And in the back here, of course, we are going... Oh, Hammer. The man, the myth, the legend here with the expert charge defense. Silver shields as well, 120 armor. And we are going to have Blast and Charge in the front, backed up by Quarrelers. Yeah, Quarrelers very good here indeed. Dragonback Slayers in the trees. Ready here with Blasting Charges on the front line. Ready to rip apart that front line. And do quite well here. Extra Slayers in the back. More Dwarf Warriors. And this is looking juicy. This is looking juicy indeed. Yeah, very good. Very good. Hooray, live battles. Hey, welcome Bastion. How are you, my friend? How are you? Welcome. This is true, Lippy. This is true. This is true. Yeah, it is a lot easier to balance, yeah. We are sorry that you won't be playing tennis with hollow balls on table, but overall it is better because we don't need high seats for referees anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I know naturally a lot of people aren't going to like it. I understand that a lot of people are not going to like, or people are not going to like the idea of it. So, like, you know, a lot of you are not going to like the idea of domination battles. And, you know, listen, I totally understand that. I totally respect that. But everybody that's played it, pretty much, I think everybody, everyone that has played it has said that it is better in almost every single way. And everybody voted for it to be the game mode. So, you know, we'll have to see how that pans out. That might be for a short while. That might be forever. I really don't know. I really don't know. So in the front here, we are going to have some shots here for the Clay Guards. They can actually shoot whilst moving forward, but of course that's the only direction they can fire in. But they can shoot here at the front, and of course the Longbeards are going to have those shields. 35% missile resistance can do quite nicely, but silver shields on the side here for the Eternal Guards. So we've got to be careful. Certainly want to shoot those Wildwood Rangers. 40 armor is not going to be a lot. So we can shoot up the top here, and let's maybe try and see if we can get some on top of the Quarrelers as well. But shooting up against the Urkra Miners, the blasting charges would be quite decent. And you can certainly shut down some of those models, stop down some of those extra blasting charges coming to the front. And yeah, it's going to be pretty hard here. Better go on the front. Blasting charges are ready. And oh my god, yeah, lots of damage here in the front. And we are going to see a Perennial Pendulum coming through here up against the Eternal Guards. The Starfire Shaft 2 to go over the top here, going to be firing into Quarrelers. Quarrelers actually have bronze shields as well, 80 armor, so they can negate a lot of incoming damage. In the back here, we are going to be charging in with Glade Riders. They're going to be thumping up against the Dragonback Slayers. Very interesting choices. Maybe Zypher there didn't see the Dragonback Slayers. Not too sure there. But more here of the Glade Riders are going to be moving through. But looks like we've got a little charge there, but almost no damage here on the Dragonback Slayers. They do actually have defensive charge against large. And look here, the Wildwood Rangers here are going to be pushing onto the Urkra Miners. Malevolent Dryads have summoned here on top of the Quarrelers. And in the back here, looks like we have some of the Glade Riders shutting down and doing some good work. Arrows over the top here, going to be shooting into the Wildwood Rangers. Eternal Guards as well are going to be fighting on top of each other. Got to be careful there. Got to make sure there's not too much doing work here with each other. You can see here both of these fighting up against one unit. But of course here then they're not compromising the Quarrelers. And it's like extra Dwarf Warriors getting poured into the front line. What I'd like to see here is push these in, pull out the miners, and then get the blasting charges over the top. And then, you know, certainly pull some of these extra units apart. In the middle here we can see the Rangers. Getting pretty weak here. I think they're getting some fire here coming in from the double Glade Guard Starfire Shafts here on the sides. So Wildwood Rangers, they're going to be pushing off here up against the Dragonback Slayers. They're not anti-infantry. They pay for a lot of armor piercing. And, you know, it's not going to be a great location for them. Dragonback Slayers will actually do quite nicely here. In the middle there, we can see another Penumbral Pendulum coming through up against the Longbeards. I think maybe a bit of a miss. You can see that line actually comes down through here. So actually it might be missing here up against a lot of the Eternal Guard Spears. Glade Guard Starfire Shards going to be shooting here up against the Quarrelers. Looks like here Rangers also going to be firing into the middle here up against the Wildwood Rangers, doing some nice damage here throughout the pocket. Slayers do manage to shut here up against the Wildwood Rangers. We're going to get the Slayers here back in the front, ready to fight up against some of the cavalry. We're going to try and help here up against some of the Wildwood Rangers that are making it the way into the back. So, balance of power. I think it's certainly going to be even here on visual inspection at the top, but actually around the battlefield, I think it's going to be favouring the Dwarfs. I think a lot of the main key infantry points here are going to be falling from the side of the Wood Elgi. Push you back here, Dwarf Warrior is going to be charging after the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. Drycha can fight here up against Belagar. Belagar can certainly get in and do the good butchery, and can certainly put it down. Now, she does pay for physical resistance, so no magic damage here coming in from Bellegarde to circumvent that. But, you know, he'll still do a good job. 60 melee defense, 60 melee attack. And there you go. Big hammer there to the back of the skull of Dreicher. And, yeah, that should be pretty good stuff. Over on the side here, we are seeing Dwarf Warriors kind of getting chased off by the Glade Riders. Blasting charges over the top. Firing here up against the Wildwood Rangers. And also some Eternal Guards. Moving in here with the Dwarf Warriors. They should be able to clean up crew here in the middle. Those glaives are pretty strong indeed, but of course here they really don't protect themselves against incoming missiles and all these blasting charges. They can do some fantastic work. Archers at the top, they're going to be shooting here. There's not too much left to shoot, really. Eternal Guards here breaking. You can see Longbeards kind of compromising the Glade Guard Starfire shafts, and now it's going to become a bit of a kite fest here. So as these are chasing after, as these Longbeards are chasing after these Glade Guards, we are going to be shooting in the back here with these Starfire shafts. But now it's like we are going to get a bit of a sandwich here in the middle, and it's going to be kind of the end here from these Starfire shafts. And now these arrows are going to be pouring here up against the Urkram miners. In the middle here, we do see the Glade Guards. They're going to be wavering here in the back. It's going to be 12 models, 670 health. And over here in the front, this is going to be a little bit more shooting. And they're going to be just kind of doming here on top of the Wildwood Rangers and some more Glade Guard. There's a bit of a return fire here. We're going to be shooting whilst moving here up against the Rangers. Returning back to the battlefield here is going to be the Eternal Guard. They're going to come back through and try and see if they can do a bit of compromisation here. But overall, I believe that's going to be all she wrote. Yeah, GG, well played indeed. Certainly well played to both players. And yeah, very nice effort there coming in from Zypher. I think he certainly wanted to get around the flanks a little bit more, and you know, sort of compromise there a little bit more. Maybe you know, had the spears holding the front up against the Longbeards, getting some good poke and stroke, and had those Wildwoods with a bit more pace, getting around the flanks there and shutting down some of those ranged tools. But GG's well played here to him, and yeah, fantastic game. Nice, good pressure, and yeah, very good. Alright, so better got Iron Hammer here, 630, 550, 670, 760, and 350 here for the Longbeards. 400, 315, 230, and 160 for the Dwarf Warriors, with 516 for the Urkram Miners. Yeah, pretty good there overall for the main battle line. Double blasting charges from the back as well, 470 and 312. 540 and 800 there for the Dragonback Slayers, with 930 and 350 here from the Rangers. So for the Quarrelers, we've got 808, 240, 560, and 240 for a beautiful build here. Yeah, very, very beautiful indeed. So Dreicher with 520 there for herself. We've got to get 170, 300, 340, 300, and 177 for the Eternal Guards. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. So 145 kills, 875 there for the Wildwood Rangers, with 480, 680, 180, and 340 there. So yeah, okay, a little bit up and down, a little bit up and down. Some of these not doing so well, some of these doing okay. But you know, okay overall, So we're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units there. So we've got 11 units of frontline infantry plus 2 backup here from the Dragonback Slayers. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Of course, yeah, these 3 extra models certainly were probably going to be needed here. I don't know if it was worth maybe going wider here for Zypher. If it's possible, going wider might have been great. If you could. Of course, the Starfire shafts are quite expensive, so it is tough. GG's well played. GG's well played. Arcona, but couldn't just keep playing the way you always do. It basically just extra content. Yeah, this is also true. Admittedly, I don't really understand the mechanics of domination mode. Yeah, so domination mode, there's quite a lot of mechanics to it. I'd be very happy to sit down and explain as much as I possibly can to you guys, and try and give you all the details I possibly can that could hopefully, you know, maybe put your mind at rest and understand, and maybe, you know, put your mind at rest and try and, you know, get a little bit more out of what domination is all about. So here we are going to see a 2-0 victory coming from the big man himself. So Mr. Pantalenard will be moving through here to the semi-finals. Let's start the tournament. I didn't actually start the tournament. There you go, the tournament has started. So, Mr. Pantalenard, we will have a 2-0 victory for you, my friend. There we go. So he's going to win through that and go through to the semi-finals. Just going to wait here to see who else is doing quite well. Alright, so it looks like here the green one has also won. So it's like he beat good old Tretch. So Tretch obviously put on a valiant performance, but is going to fall here to the mighty green one. We are going to have Choiton going up against Dark Phoenix. Looks like there's going to be a few problems here with the rules. Let me just double check. Because of course there's a million rules to check. Let me tell Arcadia, refresh your page. Refresh your page, mate. Yeah, refresh your page. Top lad. Thanks, mate. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a Wood Elf mirror in one of the games currently. We're just waiting to see here who's won between Hanadins and Grombrindle. Right, so I think that will be the next one. So from Grombrindle versus Hanadins. Alrighty. Bedegar is the best wolf lord for me. Yeah, Bedegar is a cool lord, man. He's so cheap as well. He's so cheap. Alright, so guys, if you have any questions, you've got a moment with me here. Feel free to sit down, ask me some questions, let's go through it, and let's see what sort of questions you have here for domination and what's going forward here for the multiplayer scene. So Warhammer 3 is going to be 3 weeks around the corner. What would you like to know? What would you like to ask? What would you like to go through as we are here together? We have a short while. We'll have to wait here for the other game. So let's go through and let's ask what we can. Feel free to ask me as many questions as you can. I'll answer what I can. I'll answer what I know. And then what I don't know and what I can't answer, then I obviously will not. So just bear with me on that one. But, you know, as we go through here, there should be more and more questions that I'll be allowed to answer. And don't worry as well, for all of you guys that are watching here today, there's still going to be a lot of Warhammer 2 content coming as well from myself. So tomorrow we are going to be having Tizu's League. So we're going to be doing this a league tomorrow, where it's going to be, I believe, $50 for the first place, $30 for second, and $15 for third. I'll be casting the bronze match for third, and I'll also be casting the final match, so 2 best of 5s there. So I'll be casting both of those. And then on Sunday, we will be doing the Inticity's Gold through to Masters as well. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming forward. Alright, so maybe you have some questions. When are the dates for the new races unlocked for Warhammer 3, as in content creators, I mean? So, I believe this is common knowledge now, so I don't mind saying that. As of the 3rd, we'll be seeing Kislev. Kislev will be on the 3rd. I believe the 10th will be having Slanesh, and then on the 14th, I believe we'll be having Ogre Kingdoms. So yes, we'll be staying with these 4 all the way until the 3rd. So you're on the 3rd. There'll be another embargo where we get and we can show you off Kislev. Yes. Hey, Mr. Grimgor Ironhide, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Do you think defensive factions like Dwarfs will work in domination mode? Yes, I do. Due to the 3-minute timer, I think they'll do quite well. I think Nurgle are much slower than Dwarfs. I think Nurgle are infinitely slower than Dwarfs, and I think Dwarfs do quite well. And they've also got good tools. Gyrocopters can certainly be used as well. They've also got mobile units like Slayers, and also don't forget there's going to be more balancing when it comes to the Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 factions. So when they join the rest of the game, there's going to be some balancing. So everything you see in Warhammer 3 now, don't think, okay, this is what currently happens in Warhammer 2, therefore this is what's going to happen in Warhammer 3. That's not how it's going to work at all whatsoever. There's going to be more maps coming. There's going to be, I'm sure, with all the races, there'll be changes throughout all of the factions, I'm sure, and then we'll be seeing how it goes from there. What benefits in terms of actual gameplay tactics is there in domination? The main argument I've seen has been about not needing rules. So yeah, one of the main ones for especially content creators and organisers of tournaments. For the new game modes, it is far much more interactive. So there's a lot more going on in the battlefield all the time, which is quite nice from a viewer point of view. There's no rules, which means you don't have to worry about white line camping. You don't have to worry about corner camping. You don't have to worry about attacking rules. For example, if you want to kite me all day, you crack on. You go ahead, you kite me, but I'll win because I'll be able to sit on the domination points. So yeah, there's a bunch of rules in there as well that you don't have to facilitate, and we don't have to have these humongous meetings where we go, but what about this? What about this? What about this? This? You know, we don't have to really concern about that. You know, the rules just, they are what they are. Because the domination mode prevents there being a lot less cheesing here in the multiplayer community. Loopy balancing, I think, but I'm not sure about this. Dwarves have a lot of Vanguard. Dwarves do have a lot of Vanguard, Zypher. That is very true as well. Yeah, Dwarves do have a lot of Vanguard. Vanguard actually is going to be really, really good in this new game mode. It's going to be very strong indeed. Can't wait to see Warhammer 3 races ROR, even if I think it's too early for them. Yeah, I think we'll be seeing the Regiment Rounds coming through probably shortly. I would have thought. I'm assuming there'll be a DLC, and we'll see some Regiment Rounds coming through, and so on and so forth. Another question. Build roulette is a player's choice to make extreme builds cope with something. How does domination help? Players will still make extreme builds or bad builds. So I think as well, Loopy, this is something that I've tried to explain to a lot of the competitive multiplayer community, which is what you guys are currently right now. So you guys are in what I call the competitive multiplayer community, which is where you play once or multiple times a week to try and get better at specifically multiplayer Warhammer. And you do that specifically to get better at pitch battles. Now, for the majority of Warhammer content, of all Warhammer content, you guys probably equate to about 0.1%. Actually, probably not even that high, probably less than 0.1% of the entire community. And for someone like me who runs a lot of short bid tournaments, talks to a lot of short bid players, or I say short bids, a lot of new players here in the community, one of their biggest off-puts is that the learning gap, the learning skill, and the cheesability of pitch battles is something that really puts them off joining the game. And there's a lot of these elements that go forward in the game that really put people off joining the multiplayer scene. And it's so unique that, unfortunately, unless you love doing that, unless you're happy losing over and over and over again until a point that you start learning, it's very difficult to get new players here into the community. I've had one or two of my short bids that have played in Ents Ladder, have played in quick battles that just go, I want to quit the game. And then all of a sudden they remember, oh yeah, I'm part of Logic's short bids, and they then play and they go, oh, I remember why I enjoy playing. Hello. And I think there's a lot less variability in army composition, and I think that's good because, you know, a lot of things I've seen a lot of matchups, especially in my new player leagues, where just army composition understanding alone, like just giving somebody a build, can infinitely make them better more than anything else. It is the quickest fix to make somebody better, is to let them know what they need to bring. They might not even necessarily understand it themselves why they need to bring it, but if they've always got the right tools, they can never be caught off guard. It is one of the quickest advancements I've seen in somebody's progress. It's just builds. If you understand builds, you have your builds, and somebody gives you builds and goes, you bring this, 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 and this is why. The fastest way to make somebody better. Indefinitely. Yeah, I see it eliminating some old cheese, but making several new cheese. Possibly. It is possible. It is possible. Eliminate the cheese. Indeed, eliminate the cheese. You can still play Pincher. I think, yeah, so we don't know anything yet. So what was that? Better Guy is a solid pick in this matchup. Cheap and good here. Yeah, 100%. 100%, Mr. America. Welcome, my friend, by the way. Welcome. Just Dawn of War 2 games and the domination mode. Yeah, domination has been done in multiplayer before here as well. Apologies. Apologies. Let me put them up, gentlemen. I do actually have the maps here. I kept them separate just so that we didn't do anything silly here. We didn't have. We had a couple of ones recently where people just played without me, so I kept these to the side. Let me copy these in. Fandabby-dozy. Alrighty, so let me just go through here. I'm going Brett Dark Elves anyway. Oh, fair enough. Alright. What is cheese? Is kiting cheese, for example? It's hard to say, really. So, like, for example, I think that cheese is any mechanic that's heavily... So, for example, if you flip a coin, I think a common cheese example is Dwarfs with their... what's the name for them? Sorry, I've gone brain dead here. Dwarfs with their flying machines. Damn, what are they called? The brimstone guns, right? Let's say they've gone with let's say they go with 5 flying units. If your opponent has built for them, they're super easy to kill. But if you haven't built for them, it's automatically almost an auto lose. Pretty much, and it's a 50-50 coin flip. If whether they have or haven't prepared for them. And most people call it uber cheesy if you haven't prepared for them. And most people go, oh, it's just common dwarf cheese tactic. And, you know, the same could be said for many things. Like, for example, if you just go like a wood elf mass kite, and your opponent just hasn't built for a mass kite, is it cheesy? Well, I guess kind of a little bit. Like, for example, if you have prepared for it, it's just going to die. But if you haven't prepared for it, well... Yeah, it's like Empire against Chaos, and you know, one of the best ways to deal with them is to go kite. It's, you know, certainly what I've seen Alfredino do many times, and it works. And there are many occasions that some factions just can't deal with that, and you can't ban every faction in the game, and you know, it's tough. It's tough. Yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Apologies, falling behind here. It's terrible, really. It's terrible. that's what we need. 1. Right. For all your help. Let me just make sure that's good. There's a Hanadin's is good. Cool. Just waiting for Chosen One and Dark Phoenix. Awesome stuff. Logic, can you drag? Oh, yeah, I've just done that. Thank you very much. Who is this here, by the way? Who is the ASLGKHJ? Not too sure who you are, but if you can let me know, that'd be fantastic. Hey, Ducky, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Gyros, that was the one. Gyrocopters, thank you. No. So in the top level of the game, when you come to the top level of the competitive scene, I'd say anything in the top 50% of the competitive scene, people normally are able to build for any of these potential, what I call cheesy tactics. And they're normally cheesy if they can abuse against players that not necessarily might not know what's going on. So a lot of the complaints I get from my short vids about playing in top level games is there's just something that they end up playing against a couple of times that they can't end up dealing with, because there's some cheesy element of kite, or there's some cheesy element of vampire counts with summon spam and spirit leeches and all this, etc. Or there's like a bunch of gyrocopters that they get abused by, and depending on who you ask and where you go, different people talk about different things being cheesy, or their definition of cheesy is different. And you might not call it cheesy at all. Like, for example, some builds they're just builds. If the builds are legal, the builds are legal. That's just what it is. Is there really such a concept as cheesy? No, I don't really think so. I think there's just builds that are extremely strong. But the thing is for new players, it's not all that enjoyable. It's not all that enjoyable for new players. And being that I almost predominantly work with new players, and I talk to new players all the time, there are more new players that dislike it than actually love it and stick with it, which can be very nice matchup here. Very ready for this. He missed out on the Dark Elf Tomb King matchup. Very interesting. But yeah, I think it's a tough conversation, this one. I think so, yeah. If Panther plays Dwarf again, I'll cheer definitely for... I love it. Having watched the 4-player FFA where you can bring full army in the battlefield at the start, I think it was well balanced, though the game may not be representative for 1-to-1 battles. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things to discuss. So let's pop through. How you doing, Mr. Green One? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you in the finals. Be good to have a cast there. So Tomb King's going up against the Bretonnians. I'm really excited for this matchup. I do quite like the Tomb Kings quite a bit. So we are going to see the Chosen of the Gods here, with of course Shield Breaker, and of course they're going to have that spread shot, pretty good there against so a very good anti-infantry as well. But these you shot the Great Bows, the regulars, very good anti-large tools, brilliant armor piercing, double carrions in the sky, mixing here with the skeleton chariots. So double these on the floor, skeleton horsemen here as well, and we are going to of course have Ark in the black there, which looks like he's going to be on horseback. Okay, I thought he was on a chariot, but the Chaos Tombblade, no, sorry, the Chaos Tombblade, the Tombblade of Arkan, as well as the Staff in the Gash, the Liber Mortis, Spirit Leech, My Will Be Done, and the Curse. Yeah, very good. We are going to have some Tomb Guard Halberds in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Tomb Guard Halberds. Meant to have 5 units of Tomb Guard Halberds. And yeah, damn, this is a build. This is a build. I'll give it that. So, for the Bretonnians, we are going to hear with the men-at-arms at the front, the battled men of Bretonnia here, ready to go. Here, backed up by the men-at-arms polearms, made that 1, 2, 3. And there's going to be no of the battle farmers. No battle farmers here today. They've been left at home here to rest and recuperate after their last victory here against the High Elves. But we are going to have fire arrows here in the middle. Pox arrows mixing in as well with the peasant bowmen. And yeah, pretty good line overall. We are going to have the almighty Godrek, the infinite slayer himself, probably the worst and the best slayer ever in probably Warhammer history. Well, it really depends if you think about the High King really that much, but this man here is probably the best and the worst slayer that ever has been. He kills everything and never dies. But yeah, Heroic Fortitude will be here and activated, ready to go. Alongside here a Paladin with a Guardian, with the Greater Relique, with of course the Icon of Devotion, and on foot here the Fate Enchantress. Chance of Potions, the Favour of the Fame, the Arcane Conduit, Dwellers Below with Earthblood, Mist of the Lady, Life Bloom, and the Blessing of the Lady. Yeah, very nice. In the back here for the Elite Knights, we are going to be having the Questing Knights. 1, 2, and 3 models here, ready to rip havoc on the Bony Boy force. So in Garrick Buftar here, you're going to see quite a ridge in the middle. Of course, here the Bone Shopty will be able to shoot over the top and do some good work. We do have a little terrifying skull here. Now, if you do remember here, you do actually get an artillery piece that can shoot over the top. This could be very devastating indeed. In the middle here, we are going to have the Carrion coming around the flanks, and Carrion could do some good shutdown here up against the peasant line. But you know, of course, they only have 20 armor, so you've got to be, got to be careful. Got to be careful. So Questing Knights coming over to the left-hand flank, trying to maybe see if they can mimic up against the Carrion movement. The other one is going to be holding... Where's... Oh, it is on the right-hand side now. So good around here coming out of Hanadin's. Shots in the front here going up against the little team here in the front. So we are going to give it a bit of a blob front. We're going to get a Spirit Leech here coming out of Arkan. No, it's going to be a summon here of the Skeleton Warriors in the front. That's going to kind of tie in the chaff. Now, what could we do here? A couple of Spirit Leeches maybe could come down on some of the cavalry. Maybe Spirit Leech here up against the Questing Knights could be quite nice indeed. We do have a buckload of Tomb Guard halberds ready to go. And one of the things here that really the Bretonians do struggle with is the fact they don't have things like Burning Hair, Penumbral Pendulum, and the likes. So they can really struggle at dealing with these Tomb Guard front lines. But here we can see Pantanonard is going to be fighting in the middle. These boys and girls are going to be doing quite nicely up against these Skeleton Warriors, certainly butchering the face off of these bad boys, and cycling in here with these Skeleton Chariots, going up against the Men-at-Arms shields. Fire arrows going to be pouring into the frontier, shooting up against the lightly armoured Tomb Guard. But of course, these bad boys do have silver shields. The bad boys here in the front with 55% blockation, up against all incoming small missiles. On the side here, Skeleton Horsemen. Certainly do like the Nekahara Horsemen myself, but Skeleton Horsemen still pretty quick, I think, 76 speed, pretty damn cheap as well. These bad boys can do some work. Over here we can see some of the Carrion. Wouldn't mind seeing the Carrion maybe even fluttering down here, causing some movement. If they actually got into the front of these Peasant Bowmen, if we do charge forward with the Questing Knights, we can then pull away by the time they even get close. But here in the back we are going to see some freebies coming in and around. We can certainly do some good work here. Let's get some of these skeletons in, and let's start doing the good pressure here in the back. We are going to have some support there for the Tomb Guard halberds. Should be able to do some nice work indeed. Arkan here just needs to pick something against Spirit Leech. Doesn't really matter what at this point, I don't think. But he certainly needs to get in and do the work. The Questing Knight's going to be a good counter here up against these Skeleton Chariots. Bone Shopty are going to be shooting over the top here. I think maybe firing up at the Men-at-Arms. But in the middle here, this is going to be a Spirit Leech on the Paladin. Yeah, good choice. I really like that. Very strong choice on the Paladin. Reason being, he actually gives 15% physical resistance here to Gotrek and the lady herself. In the back here, so we're just going to be getting a bucket load of healing. Can't quite see the top here, unfortunately, but I'm sure we've hit Realm 3 by now, which means we should be able to get in here with the Realms of Yashopti. Be able to get a summon here in the back. Now, we've got to be careful with that summon. I actually don't mind seeing that summon a little bit more in the later stages of the game, but sometimes if there's something optimal to shut down, it's not always bad either. In the back here, though, we can see Carrion, and hopefully here a few extra units are going to be pushing off here some of the Peasant Bowmen. We've got some chariots that could certainly do some good work at manoeuvring off here some of these archers. The rest of the force is going to be falling here. We do actually see moving in with some Men-at-Arms. These polearms can do some work, but they will struggle here up against the nice prowess of the melee stats here from the Tomb Guard. In the middle, we are going to have some more Tomb Guard halberds fighting here up against the Questing Knights. They should do some nice work. You shove the Great Bows as well. 65 armor piercing weapon strength. They can do some good butchery here on the Questing Knights for sure. Only 37 melee defense in total. In the middle here, let's have a little bit of a look. What's going on here? What are these guys actually fighting? They're actually going to be fighting Tomb Guard halberds. So the halberd's going to hog quite nicely. 47 melee defense. Should be able to keep them going for a quite considerable amount of time. The Grow Relique is going to be in the middle here, giving immune to psychology as well, which is quite nice here. On top, we are going to get these summoned. The Realms of Yushapti should be coming forward here to come dome on top of these nice characters. Can we get Arkan the Black to keep Spirit Leech here on the Paladin? Possibly. Certainly want to be taking down this Paladin as much as possible. Certainly going to make Arkan's job easier here in the later stages. Spirit Leech again on the Paladin. The Paladin is going to be getting pretty low here. You can see that healing cap coming out for him. Pantanonard is going to be playing very well tight, and you can see the Dwarven play here is well known for having good patience. And patience, my god, is needed here. And that Paladin, though, does need to push through and come to even get a little bit of aid here to Gotrek and the lovely lady herself. Fire arrows in the back, they are going to be shooting here. Question Knights playing at the back, they are going to be playing the sweepers to try and see if they can pick up here some of these skeleton chariots. Move these bad boys forward, pull them into your cavalry and try and see if you get a little bit of quicker protection there. But looks like they are just going to get cycled charged to death here by Hanadins and those scary skeleton chariots. In the middle, we are going to get an Earthblood. Nice, good, juicy healing there coming in from the men-at-arms. Covering as well for the Paladin and all the crew here. And you can see the Shafty Great Bows. These should be able to pull here through their Tomb Guard halberds, and they should be able to get away here and do all the good stuff. Fire arrows here, pox arrows as well, going to be shooting in up against the Tomb Guard as they do push here onto one of the peasant bowmen. They are going to find themselves in a bit of a hard place here. It's not really where they want to be. They are going to be getting pulled apart here, especially a unit that's going to be costing 850 gold. That's certainly going to hurt. Here we are going to see the peasant bowman shooting here up against the Tomb Guard. Looks like the Tomb Guard here going to be down to 1000 HP. Not looking too strong at this moment. Men at arms combining here with the polearm variety, going to do quite nicely at removing this a good mid-tier infantry group. In the back, the skeleton chariots down to 2 models, 100 health actually, in fact, for them. And it's pretty much going to be done for healing here for the Tomb Kings. Now we've hit the Realm of Souls 3. There's going to be no more healing here faction-wide. Apart from, actually even then, no healing because we have Ark in the Black with Death Magic. The stuff in the gas should be ready to go. Where here is the Paladin? Paladin is still pretty healthy. Pantelenar doing very well here to keep him nice and topped up. Now, of course, the Liber Mortis is good because we do have magic here for Gotrek and the Feigned Charge. Just don't know where Gotrek's going. Gotrek might have pushed himself into a bit of a bad place here. Gotrek went on a wander, but he is going to come back. And the man, the myth, the legend here is going to move back in. I'm not sure what this aura is about, but he's going to charge in and get a good slam here to the back of the skull of one of the Tomb Guard. They're going to turn and burn now, but yeah, he's going to splash this infantry all apart. Balance of Power here is going to be pulling into the Bretonnian favour. And rightly so. This Doom Blob here is quite tough to deal with. This one here is certainly going to be quite difficult for Arkan and the crew to do some good work against. So you could see some shots from the Chosen of the Gods here. Maybe want to pull apart some of the Peasant Bowmen. Stop that damage from coming in here. But Arkan's going to be pretty healthy. It's going to be another Spirit Leech here. We are going to be maxed out with the Paladin. We are actually going to get another Summon of the Skeleton Warriors. Actually, haven't seen Arkan fighting that much. Would have might seen Arkan getting in here as well. Fighting yet again. Trying to see if we can get the third Summon in. That would be very clutch indeed. In the back here, we do see some men-at-arm polearms going to be dropping. We have some Question Knights coming in around the trees. That can certainly do some good compromisation here on the Chosen of the Gods. Now, they need to stay healthy. If they do not, we are going to be seeing Balance of Power pull further and further into the favour here of the Bretonnians. In the back, we are going to get some more of these peasants. These peasants do not stop. These filthy, unwashed, miserable men of Bretonnia keep coming forward and charging here up against the unnerving waves of skeleton warriors charged at their face. But yeah, they're going to be doing well, and we are going to be pushing in here with Arkan. Arkan's going to be killing, actually pushing one model. He's actually decided he wants to bully this guy specifically. I don't know what he did to Arkan, but here clearly in a life previously, this man certainly did something up against Arkan the Black. In the middle of the Paladin is uber weak. I have no idea how he has any sort of leadership whatsoever. He's actually going to be at 34 leadership. I have absolutely no idea how that makes sense. But one more Spirit Leech and he will be done here for today. Yeah, that's for sure. Charging in here, Skeleton Warriors. They're going to take the brunt of the charge here. Tomb Guard are in. They could fight here against the Question Knights. Healing has been activated. And the Paladin here does fall. So 15% physical resistance gone here. Now Gotrek needs to probably be the next target, I would have thought. Gotrek will certainly butter the bread here of Arkan the Black pretty damn quickly. So removing him next could also be key. But that physical resistance getting pushed off is pretty important. Pretty important indeed. You can see here the Chosen of the Gods is going to push off the Peasant Bowman. Now we need to get Arkan in, shutting down these as well. Arrows have been stopped. And it looks like here we are going to break the Question Knights. We need to have something to push this off. But actually we also want to keep busy here on Gotrek and the crew. Yes, the Spirit Leech is now going to go on Gotrek. This is good stuff. Gotrek does he have magic resistance being a dwarf? I assume he does. He does. Interesting stuff. Fey Enchantress also has 25% herself. She has 60% on her Unicorn, I believe. Looks like it is going to be a lag. If this does cut out, we will have to go to a separate referee and see what they have to say. Corn War Shrine is dope, though. Yes, it is dope. Yes, it is dope. I didn't see what happened there. I didn't quite see what happened. Let's have a little look. It's a draw. Okay. While for the first time that I've ever casted, we have a draw. What? Dear God. Huh. How did that happen? Yeah, I've never seen a draw. I have never seen a draw. Never seen it. Thank you very much, Mr. Complex Slayer. I've now just seen my BattleMania chat going off. Alright, sorry guys, I just have to send a message here. Oh, Christ. Right, give me a second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, I mean, I'm on live stream. I'm not going to deal with this right now. I will have to deal with that later. Okie dokie. So let's just double check. Okie dokie. So right, next map. So we are on the Pillar of Bone. Nice. So we need to work out what the hell happened here. So Ark in the Black, 1,073 for him. Good Spirit Aegis here on Paladin. I don't know if it would have been enough to take out Gotrek. I feel like Gotrek just would have busted the bread here of Arkan pretty quickly. I think the match was in the Bretonnian favour, in my personal opinion, but I don't know if it was enough to guarantee that it was a win there. Probably, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. 110, 250, and 350 there from the Men-at-Arms. 420, 740, 430, 560, and 380 there for the Peasant Bowmen. 620, 1,100, 1,380 there for the Questing Knights, with 701 and 330 there for the Paladins. So let's have a look at the Tomb Guards. 530, 1,200, 450, 300, as well as 400 as well for the Tomb Guard. 130, 150, and 280 for the Skeleton Horsemen. For the Chariots, 900 and 688 with 101, 111 for the Carrion with 840 and 1,900 for the Chosen of the Gods. How does PC shut down? Faye Power, of course. Cool, and looks like we're going to be waiting here for the boys to get back on. It's like here, unfortunately, the big man did break offline here. Alrighty. And who was host? What's going on here? Because they crashed or something. Yeah, that was a crash. Yeah. Hallen's left the battle. Was Quanta is going to play Dwarfs. I'll call victory for Hannah. I love it. I love it. A special moment. How did W get here? The limit. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Power of Fae came in and shut down the PC of Hanadin's, clearly. What's the score and the banner? Yeah, thank you very much, Parkerilla. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I did forget before we started because I am terrible at what I do. Hanodins. Hanodines. Hanodines. Oh la la, Hanodines. I wonder what Hanodins means. Not too sure. Alright, so. Well, wait for both the players to come back in and we'll see what they have to say for themselves. But so far, welcome back. So what I'm going to do, this is what I like to do, I like to offer the players the opportunity to go to decide who won. They can decide, and if both of them are not happy, one of them said, listen, I think I could have come back in and won. Cool, no problem, we'll play again. It's absolutely fine by me. Alright. I knew Faye was just too much. The hidden DDoS ability is really broken. Oh, AS, I'm not sure what your name is. Did you respond to me earlier? Let me have a look. Logic. Oh, AS, what is your name on the Discord? I'm not sure what your name is. AS, LG. I'm not sure who this is. Aspiring champions are the Hanadin's meme. I love it. I love it. Hanno equals dwarf. Dins equals. Yeah, you behave. You behave, Mr. Green One. Enough short guys hate for me today. Let's have their own dwarfs. Can you put me in, please? Sure. Sure. Let's get you guys in. There we go. They're in. Both these guys are super chilled, awesome people, so I'm sure they'll be able to work it out. Alright, so looks like we've got there. Looks like we've got a win there for Dark Phoenix. I think Dark Phoenix drew blood there up against Chosen One. There's a bunch of things going on in the Discord though. I'll have to have a look as well. So I do apologise, guys. There seems to be a lot going on in the background here. Let me just check out what's going on, and then we can see what's going on. Did you delete it all? Looks like it was a Wood Elf versus Wood Elf, and then a Lizardman versus VC game. Yep, you're fine. Cool, sorry guys, I'm just sorting this out. No problem. You are fine. I'll have to read this afterwards. I'll have to read the chat afterwards. Cool, 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 cool. Right, let's see if these guys... I can see the first game. Alright, well, thank you very much to Hanadins and his honesty, and this is really what makes the multiplayer community so special. Thank you very much for him for stepping up and saying, listen, I don't think I was going to win, so well done to Pantalanard, and looks like Pantalanard is going to take the first victory. So, very honourable there by the man from ODM, and yeah, very, very good indeed. Yeah, nicely from him. I would probably say it did favour Fanta as well, but yeah, it is what it is. I hate whatever. Hey, how we doing, Dark Phoenix? Hello, how are you? Welcome. Well done on making the on the semi-final, my friend. We'll be kicking that off shortly. Okay, so the map here should be. So we had Kadak Buftar first, then we're going on to the Bone Zone. Oh baby, let's get on there. So, the good old Pillar of Bone. Pillar of Bone is the map. Funny story. There's an ogre tribe in Warhammer 3 called the Sons of the Mountain. I'm sure Son of the Mountain don't mind. So Son of the Mountains was a dwarf main clan. Is now actually going to be an ogre main clan. Is that what you're saying, Mr. America? Is that what you're telling me? That you're telling me. And guys, so welcome to everybody. I hope you all are having a fantastic evening here today. If you're enjoying yourselves, do feel free to smash that like button. It really does help here on the channel. The more likes we get, the more interactions we have. Essentially, YouTube will therefore spread this content into the wider YouTube audience, and then hopefully we get more people joining here up with the multiplayer side of Warhammer 2, and then hopefully into Warhammer 3 as well. And then also here, yeah, do feel free to subscribe. Really helps the channel. And also, if you don't like this, you know, do feel free to leave a dislike as well. You know, that is perfectly acceptable, and you know, it will certainly help me understand maybe some reasons why you didn't like it. But I would say only dislike it if you really just dislike the content. Like, for example, if one of your factions lost or something and you didn't like it, don't just dislike. Just dislike it if you truly do not like the content. And then I'll know, cool, for some reason somebody didn't like a big aspect of this content, and then I can go into it and look as to, you know, maybe why that was. Alrighty, so let's get onto this. So let's have a look here. Cool, I'll have to read that. Perfect. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so it's like it's going to be the Dark Elves and the Druchi going up against the Assault. So it's going to be the, it's certainly going to be the old school matchup here between these two. Let's have a look here. For next game, I go Chaos High Elves. Yeah, Chaos High Elves is not a bad one, I think, for sure. Chaos High Elves does prevent a lot of dwarf play. For sure. No hot tub stream dislike. Yeah, someone was telling me about hot tub stream, but yeah, someone was mentioning that the other day. Sorry, I also missed a lot of the chat you guys were saying here. Oh, let's have a look here. So, Roderick War and weren't you Zinch? What's this about? What was Ducky saying here? Pakrilla, man, the FFA was super fun. The Betrayal of Zinch. Oh, the FFA between Turin, Ducky, Darv, and Antisti was super fun. Super fun. Everyone bought funny builds and wasn't meant to be balanced, though. I was corn, bread for the bread god. And bread. Oh, sorry, yeah, bread for the bread throne. Darks for the dark god. No, I'm certainly really excited though for Game 3. I think it's going to be some really nice stuff indeed. If you dislike the content, feel free to express it and prepare for the Duck Wrath. Indeed, the wrath of the Ducks will come after you. But yeah, I think Haladin's is just preparing. Oh, I think this is going to be an interesting one. I mean, you could certainly see some very interesting stuff from both sides. Is Marathi strong in this matchup? I'm not too sure. I think Malekith can be really powerful in this matchup. I think Malekith could even be the top choice, maybe, in this matchup. Certainly from what I've seen, I think he can do a quite nice job. But I think it has to be Marathi or Malekith, for sure. From the High Elf side, I'm just not a High Elf player, really, at all. But from the High Elves, maybe Larry. I mean, Larry's just always a go-to. But for that, for that investment, you have to be bringing something, or maybe just an Archmage. It's normally Larry or just an Archmage. You don't normally see anything else in the kind of the top tier community. So it's really interesting to see what Hanadins has to say for himself here. What about you guys? What do you guys like? What are you guys thinking? Let's ask the question. All right, so what do you guys think it favours? Does it favour the Dark Elves? Does it favour the High Elves? Or do you reckon it's even? What do you reckon? Please, in this map, you have to go triple Executioners. Triple Executioners are so fun. They are so fun. The sad thing is they're not particularly amazing, but I love them. All right. So we're going to be kicking it off here. I'm actually quite excited to see what both of these guys are going to bring. I think, two very good Elven players. Should be interesting. So, let's have a looky here. No looky. Triple X would be better. Indeed. Malekith on Seferion plus Black. Oh, do you know what it is? Malekith Black Dragon double Manticore is actually a Chad pick, or even better as you go the... what's the new Dark Elf Lord called? The new Dark Elf Lord on his Manticore with double Black Dragons behind him. That would be super cool. Ooh! Look at that juiciness. It looks like we got an Arcane Phoenix here today. Fantastic. So, we are going to have double Dragon Princes here in the front. 2 units, of course, good fire and physical resistance. So you're going to need some magic damage here to circumvent the damage, or at least the resistances, sorry, from the Dragon Princes. 110 armor, 80 charge bonus. Yeah, very strong indeed. Loft and Seaguard here, 1, 2, 3 units. That looks to be it there from the range. And for the front line, we are going to come in with just the Spearmen. So being we can see double Dragon Princess, this has got to be Larry on horseback, I would have thought. Larry on horseback, it's going to be here with the Star of Avalon, Arctic Conduit, Earthblood with the Far's Protection, the Shield Son of Isha, and the Boon of Isha here with the Shield of Safri. In the sky, we are going to have the Arcane Phoenix here, of course, with the Ember Storm, the Fiery Rebirth, as well as that Terror, Fire, and Physical Resistance. Yeah, very strong indeed. Now, not too much fire damage here coming in for the Dark Elves, but there are bits and bombs. But Dark Riders here on the right. On the left here, we are going to see more Dark Riders with shields, mixing in with the Dreadest of Spears and the Bleakest of Swords. In the middle, we are going to have, Mimas Darkblade! Let's go! The Blood Price with the Demon Curse, the Zarkan, and the Warp Sword of Cain. Oh, my boy's coming in strong with the picks. The Fire Sorceress here with the Burning Head, the Cascading Fire Cloak, and Kindle Flame. Here with, of course, the double Scourge Runners and a double Repeater Crossbows. A unit of Witch Elves, which is always a little bit of a cherry on the cake there. That can really tie in and abuse the L'Ariel where needed. But Mimas Darkblade going in strong here. Now going up against the Arcane Phoenix. Can we get some support in here? Cascading Fire Cloak certainly could be used here. I believe it's going to be lovely stuff. And the Arcane here, 46 melee attack, it does do fire and magic damage. But we have damage resistance here for Mimas. He's going to be fighting, he's actually going to pop through here, and he could get right through onto an L'Ariel here if you're not careful. He could get in here and do some good, juicy stuff indeed. Once we run out of martial prowess here, we should see some big wins coming from the Dread Spears. Looks like here we are going to have Dragon Princes. Burning Head through there would have been quite nice, but it's not really going to hurt the Dragon Princes. 70% resistance is, quite a bit. Here in the middle, here we are going to see a L'Ariel just charging around. We are going to see Mimas in the back up against the Loth and Seaguard. Arrows firing over the top. They should be shooting here into the Dragon Princes. Indeed they are. And the Dragon Princes will take a big, loud punch. In the middle here, we are going to see an Earthblood Overcast. Also here, looks like we are going to get, a nice Star of Avalon here, going on top of the Spearman and catching the Loft and Seaguard. Ember Storm firing here up against the Witch Elves. In the back, this is going to be a Doom Bolt. What is this? Why is there a Doom Bolt here? Oh, there's the Doomfire Warlocks. I missed the Doomfire Warlocks. So we have Doomfire Warlocks in here with the Doom Bolts and the Soul Blight, Magic Poison, and 40% physical resistance. Yeah, pretty strong indeed. These things pretty tanky. Up against Dragon Princes, yeah, they'll do pretty well. They'll do pretty well if they get the charge bonus. 92 speed, these guys can certainly whip around the battlefield and do some good stuff indeed. In the back, Burning Head here through up against the Spearmen. Here, the Dreadnoughts of Spears will hold pretty nicely, but in the middle here, we are going to have the Demon Prince doing quite nicely. He's going to try and push through here up against the Dragon Princes, get on top here of Alariel. Thinking Earthblood in the middle here, perhaps somewhere, I did see. Maybe not. I think there was an Earthblood, at least I thought I saw Earthblood, maybe not. But in the middle here, what's going to be activated? It's going to be Soul Blight and the Demon's Curse. So negative armor, negative melee defense as we try and fight here with Mimas Darkblade. He's going to be charging at the back here up against Alariel. Can Alariel get out, though, is the question. We're trying to pin in here with the Arcane. But can the Arcane get on top of Mimas? He's going to have negative stats as well. Earthblood Overcast for a bit of healing. We are going to break here for the Loft and Seaguard. And there's a bit of a mess here in the middle pocket. Going to be kind of winning and losing here from all sides. Mimas here is going to be fighting pretty hard. He wants to get some good damage here on the Arcane. Could we get a Cascading Fire Cloak, though, is the question. That plus 24 melee defense is certainly very huge here up against the Phoenix. Recharges here. Fierce Protection Overcast coming in for armor and melee defense in this nice aura effect. And I don't know if that's quite the same there. Did we get the same for Cascade and Fire Cloak? I don't know if that works as an aura effect, as 40 meters. But either way, Burning Head through the middle should catch all the Spearmen and the Loft and Seaguard. Lovely Burning Head there from Pantelanard. Very good work there indeed. Really deleting the Spears and the Loffen. In the middle home, Mima's still going strong. He's going to be fighting here. Alariel's pretty close. She's got to be careful. She's down to 1,450 HP. Doombolt coming on her face as well. Could really ruin the day here of her. That's going to track. She's going to get caught here by the Fire Sorceress. Doombolt to the face. Boom! Straight down. 1,083 health for her. She's struggling. She is struggling. I would actually mind seeing the Fire Sorceress going after her. Maybe even pop the Cascading Fire Cloak on yourself. And have a bit of a duel. Why not? That looks like actually it's going to be activated on top of Mimas Darkblade as he fights here up against Loth and Seaguard. Dragon Princess in as well, going to be doing the good old sandwich. And we're probably going to move in here with the Arcane Phoenix. Yeah, that looks to be the case. Charge down here. 24 into melee defense, bringing it up to 84 as he fights here up against the Arcane. Now, are we going to see Mimas used at the right of time? Now we need to be seeing Zarkin. Zarkin needs to come in now. Zarkin is going to be activated. Very nice coming in here as well. And here we go. Zarkin is in. The man, the myth, the legend fighting here. Arcane Phoenix as well as Larry in to try and do the bigness here up against Zarkin. And so Bloodstorm has been activated, giving him 20% damage resistance. In the back here we have Scourge Runner that should be able to shoot here up against the Arcane Phoenix. This is a super close game. Balance of power pulling into the Druchii favor. Dragon Prince is breaking. The rest are going to heal here in the back. 16 models still ready to go. So 5 are going to break. Probably not worth healing at this point. Where is Zarkin? He always gets quite hard to find after a while. Yeah, there he is. He's in the back. We are going to pin in here with Chariots. And it looks like here the Arcane Phoenix is struggling. Zarkin's going to move in. And he should come in with quite a few abilities here that are going to be quite strong indeed. So if we get on top of Zarkin, Zarkin here is going to have the Reaper of Souls. He'll also have the Bloodstorm, as well as Zarkin making him unbreakable with Frenzy and the Murderous Prowess. So you can see in the middle, the Arcane Phoenix just has nowhere to go. No place to call home. Pinned in by Dark Riders, pinned in by Scourge Runner Chariots. Balance of power still pretty even in the fact of where it was a couple of moments ago. But the Dark Riders here should be able to turn and burn here on top of Alariel the Radiant. 750 health for her. Not really too many places either to go and call home with no protection either. Only some Spearmen moving in. Dragon Prince is cycling. We are going to be losing the Arcane. Balance of power now pulling further into the Druchii favor. And there you go, Hanadins is going to fall with a fantastic victory here coming from Fanta Lemonade, who is going to be making the final here to face either Mr. Dark Phoenix or actually the green one, which should be very interesting. Malice Demon form should have the ability to rampage stuff. It's so bad being ignored. Yeah, this is also true. This is also true. It's not a bad idea indeed. It's not a bad idea indeed. So we saw there Mima's Darkblade getting 1,284 there in his normal form. We won't see what he gets for the rest. I'd love this to be an ability for Warhammer 3. I haven't seen it yet, but I'd love to see Malice having a flip side where you have just like a little turn card that you can see how much Zarkin got. That would be super nice to have that. Or even just a turn page where you can see summons, their value, what they did, how they performed, etc. whatever. 840 for the Fire Sorceress, brilliant burning heads in there for sure. Cascading Fire Cloak, gorgeous, gorgeous ability. 380 with 400 as well for the Dread Spears. For the Bleakest of Swords, we saw 280, 530, 122, and 630, and 380 there for the Witch Elves. 350 for the Dark Riders, and here for the Sinesh Harvesters, 1013 for the Doomfire Warlocks. 550 there for the Dark Riders, and also 860 there for the other ones. Yeah, pretty good performance. Repeater Crossbows in at 710, 250 as well there for the second unit. And the Scourge Riders, 37 kills for 1,250, 45 for 1,172. Yeah, very strong. So Larry, 330 for her. Here for the Spearman, we got 190, 400, 313, 334, and 404 there for the Spearman. Loffen Seaguard coming in at 700, 242, and 550. So we've got 1,400 for the Dragon Princes. Actually, triple Dragon Princes. I didn't see the third unit, but yeah, we can see 1,077 and 1,009. We've got 1,830 for the Arcane Phoenix, and these four, yeah, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Sadly, Larry here, I feel like on horseback does struggle a bit. I really like her on an eagle. She can punch back quite hard, but on horseback, she does struggle to like kind of have any sort of performance on the battlefield. Now do your duty. Thank you for playing, man. Thank you so much for Hannadins for playing. What an absolute legend here in the final. Played really, really well. Of course, came out with the victory there. And now is going to be, unfortunately, falling to Pantelanard in the semi-finals. See you in the final. Pantelanard. See you in the final, Pantelanard. So, we are going to the Green Mon. Welcome, friend. Welcome, friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so let's move around here on the Discord. So we'll move you there to this one. Right, let's message the gents here. Please for the semi-finals. Fantastic. So get both these guys to join me in VC and here as well for the game. That'd be fantastic. Alrighty. Go green. Go green big. Kind of agree, but players will just dodge him, sadly. Malice is already pretty strong. Really underrated, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Malice is strong. I've never thought Malice isn't strong. I actually do a lot of my videos. Ignoring these chariots isn't a good idea. Yeah, those chariots do go bruh. No, those Scourge Runners certainly do go bruh. Alright, so we get these guys to join me in VC, and then we'll get started. Alright, let's just double check here. Sorry, I got 1,001 messages on Discord. Let me just make sure none of these are super important. It doesn't look like it. There's a couple here. Nope, that looks okay. That looks okay. And I think we're all good. Fantastic. Dark Phoenix. Thank you very much for joining me, my friend. Perfect, we're in. Perfect, thank you for joining me. All right, we're in. So let's get this going. All right, so we have Dark Phoenix here. Let's go. So we have green one to start us off. So green one's going to start us off today. We are going to be on the Karakabuftar as the first map today. And actually, that's actually, I don't know why, oh, it's Karagdron, that's why. What is it, Karagdron, I wonder? I'm not too sure. We have some backing here for the green one. Let's have a look here. Oh, just minorly edging out here for the Dark Elves. Oh, actually, maybe not. No, it's like Dark Elves are going to win pretty convincingly. Okay, interesting. Alrighty, so we're going to be here in the semi-finals. Super excited for this. What are we going to get here? So we are going to have Beastmen and Lizardmen. Yeah, pretty strong start. Pretty strong start. So let's do this here. Who are we supporting? We got the ODM, the green one. Or do we have Mr. VM, Dark Phoenix? Who are we supporting today, ladies and gentlemen? Who are we backing to get into these finals to face up against, hopefully today, the brand new Phantom Lemonade? But we'll have to see, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So what else is going to be the pick? And I think here Beastmen will be the counter. So what else against Beastmen? Yeah, pretty strong here. Pretty strong indeed. Popping by Logic. How do, brother? Hey, Ryan. How you doing, my friend? I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you, my friend? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for popping by. It's really nice to see your face. And hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you're having a good day. Alright, this is going to be a really strong game here between these two, Beastmen and Wood Elves. Oh, very good indeed. Looks like Phoenix is ready. I think this is going to be a commonly practiced match between the two of these two. Looks like they're both going to be ready, so without further ado, let's jump straight into it. 100% green. Oh, baby. Got some big green one followers here today. Oh, Rubberduck is on the green one. Is too expensive, quite easy to ignore for the rival. Yeah, picking him into factions that can kite him is rough. Yeah. I think like picking him into Wood Elves and other things like that. I've seen him picking into Bretonia as well. The old Mimas, and even against Bretonia, I've seen him like kind of kited and pulled apart and sadly bullied. It makes me sad. Although, for my boy Papra, I did actually, and of course Mr. Lemonade, I did cast the gorgeous Mimas mirror that dawned on my doorstep the other day. Oh, what a build it was from Tree Tone as well. What a build. We had Hargonath Executioners, we had Sisters, we had Hydras, we had the Ravens Heralds, and we of course had Devil Mimas. You know, what more could you ask for from a game, you know what I mean? What a game. And we had double Mimas that neither of them got the chance to use Zarkin. It was absolutely hilarious. And I was like, I absolutely have to cast this. It's a double Mimas game with no Zarkin. Like, I don't know how that's possible, but you know, it was, and it happened, and it was crazy. Oh wow, that's a build from the that's a build there coming in from the Wood Elves. But here, for the Beastmen, for the green one, we are going to have the double Manticores in the sky for the Terror, as well here as the Chaos Warhounds with Poison. Centaur throwing axes here in the front, 2 units backed up by a Tuskor Chariot. Great anti-infantry armor piercing. Do apologise. Here as well with more Centaurs. Centaurs still, in my opinion, the best unit that the Beastmen have to offer, now or before. I think they're just uber strong. In the sky, we are going to have Malagor the Dark Omen. I absolutely love it. Here in the front with Ungor Spearmen, Goreherds in the middle line, as well as the double Ungor Raiders. Now we are going to have double Manticores with Malagor. Now Malagor has 121 speed when you apply the buffs here of the Primal Fury. It's also going to have something wicked, so negative leadership, the Unholy Power for increased power recharge rate, Wild Heart for mana and recharge rate, as well as Enfeebling Foe, Flock of Doom, and the Arcane Conduit. Now I actually do bring his other ability, is it the Mantle of Gorok, which actually gives reduction in armor, but gives a bucket loads of AP and base weapon damage. Actually, you can just apply it on Malagor. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Or you can apply it on a unit of Harpies, and it's really, really strong. Really, really strong. On the floor, 2 units of Glade Riders, 1 Hagbane Tip, 1 without. The same here on the floor as well. Mixing in with another Hawk Rider, and it looks like here we are going to have, of course, the Sisters of Twilight on the big green dragon. Here with the Eagle Quiver, Sporic Breath, as well as Conjoined Destiny. It looks like Tenacity, as well as Fire Whilst Moving. Yeah, these ladies certainly know how to do the business. In the floor here, we are going to have the Spellsinger of Life. This bad lady here with, it looks like, it's not Dwellers Below, it looks like Awakening of the Woods. Yep, Awakening of the Woods and Earthblood. In the back, we are going to have some more Wild Riders. A couple of Spears from the Eternal Guard, and a couple of Dryads as well to maneuver around the pocket. And it's going to be a pretty tough day. It's going to be a pretty tough day here. You've got to be careful these don't blob up too much. If they blob up too much, you can certainly see some good damage here coming out of the Ungor Raiders. These bad boys only have 15 armor. Now, the nice thing here, a lot of these, all of these shots coming at the front, actually going to be doming on the Tuskor Chariots. And you can see here in the sky, the Sisters are going to be flying down on top of the Ungor Spearmen. Charging in here is going to be the Wild Riders. They're going to be charging in the front, just kind of catching off these units on the outside. And it's really good professional play here. These units kind of isolated with no real support. These are throwing axes here, but throwing axes do some work up against the Sisters. But there with the Conjoined Destiny, we'll get some good healing there towards the later stages. In the back here, we are going to see the Hawk Riders coming over. We're trying to get a couple of shots in here. You can see the Chaos Warhounds and Poison were broken. They do have missile resistance of 15%, so that can help in the chase here up against the Glade Riders. But of course, when they do get poisoned, they get a reduction there on their speed. Looks like here they're trying to kite up against the Centaur throwing axes. 93 speed will go down to 84, I believe, with a bit of poison. So that also can be pretty interesting. In the sky, Hawk Riders do not have poison, but they do have good armor-piercing weapon attacks. So when they do charge in, they can certainly do some lovely work indeed, and they can cause fear. And you can see here, 110 speed is going to be coming on top of the Chaos Warhounds. They will break. They will break. In the back here, this is going to be a nice overcast Flock of Doom here, which is actually going to cause some pretty juicy damage on a lot of these forces. Manticore moving in. You can see Malagor as well doing some decent damage. He's going to be faster here than the Hawk Riders. He is going to cash and do some beautiful work in the sky. He's going to be fighting here up against all the Hawk Riders. We need to get the Manticores in the sky to help. Maybe we could shoot here a little bit with the Ungors. Maybe get some throwing axes in as well. But Malagor here, Flock of Dooms, Enfeebling Foe as well. Could be quite nice here on the Hawk Riders. And certainly could give them the edge here in that fight. Arrow shooting the sky here against the Sisters. We have throwing axes from the Centaurs. Could do some lovely work. You might just have to ignore and push infantry out here towards the Glade Riders. Just send cheap and cheerful chaff out just to tell them to go away a little bit here. Logos are not happy. They are going to be wavering. For leadership, they break their straight gone. There's no way these come back. We are going to get a heal here in the middle. Overcast Earthblood should catch all of this. And then we should be able to charge. We do actually terrify the Centaurs. Got to be careful of that because we are so close to the edge of the map. We are going to get chased off. I don't think there's too much to do here. There's a lot of white line pressure here. We are pretty close fighting to the line here. We will have to be careful. Centaurs moving forward. They're going to be charging into the flanks here of the Glade Riders with the Hagbane Tips. They should be able to do some lovely damage. And even if they don't, it looks like they're going to catch the Spellsinger of Life. In the middle, it's going to be a Flock of Doom overcast here, trying to do some damage on the Dryads. And maybe even catch here some of the Dark Riders. We are going to be shooting here with the Sisters. But they're going to be getting caught by Manticores. You can see 90 speed there. Manticores are going to be nabbing at the back tail here of the Sisters and their Green Forest Dragon. And over comes here a big Malagor, Arcane Conduit activated, and he's certainly going to be charging over, and so we are going to get the 360 poison shot here on the Manticores. A lot here of the kite is going to be getting caught. We can see the Glade Riders in there. The Spellsinger of Life has been dealt with as well. Dryads in the back, and this is looking pretty bad here from the Wood Elves, unfortunately. So we are going to be kiting. Poison Hagbane Tip should be quite nice. We are going to rampage the Manticore. Got to be super careful of that. But it looks like the poison here is going to be enough to slow down the Manticore. 78 speed, and the ladies will be getting away. But we are going to force the rampage, which means it's probably just going to be a chase here on the cavalry. In the back here, we can see a little bit left behind here is going to be Dark Phoenix. We can see that the unfortunate model there is not going to be utilised too well. On the side here, we can see Centaur throwing axes, kind of just charging away here from the Dryads, doing some good thump and some good move and shoot. Good move and scoot. In the back, you see the Tuskers still doing quite nicely. We do push off the Dryads. In the back here, you've got to be careful of this as well. We do actually shatter the Ungol Raiders. But, you know, this force here, you've got to be careful. The little waddling men here of the forest are going to be pushing forward as well. Trying to see if they can get onto the back here of some Ungol Spearmen. But you've got to be careful here. Gorehunts with shields, you know, they're a bit of value. Get them back in. You certainly don't want to be losing those if you can help it. Double Manticores are going to be chasing. They're going to get scoot, shoot, and they're just going to get ripped apart here, unfortunately. It looks like we do catch him in the Green Dragon. Could be getting in here. No, it looks like Malagor's going to be getting his face full of hooves here, coming in from the Dark Riders. It looks like actually we have maybe, is that an enfeebling foe? That probably wasn't an enfeebling foe. You can see here the Centaurs are catching up. No, enfeebling foe actually went on top of the Wild Riders. In the sky, Double Manticores here fighting up against Sisters of Twilight, and I believe that's the end of days there. I believe here the big man, the green one, is going to be taking the victory here. 121 speed is going to catch and beat down the Sisters of Twilight, and that could be the end of the Wood Elves here. That could really be the end. Sisters of Twilight, unfortunately, with that Firewalls moving, is going to be catching. But it looks like here, shooting up against Malagor, we do get a break there for the Sisters. We now just keep pushing. Even with Poison, he's going to have 105 speed. That'll be more than enough here to catch the Sisters. Very nice indeed. On the floor here, we see the Glade Riders, Hagbane Tips, and Glade Riders fighting Dryads, trying to come in desperately here to cover for the Skirmish Cavalry. I don't think it's going to be enough. That's going to be probably army losses. And I believe that is going to be GG's well played. Very good stuff indeed. Very, very good stuff. And a really nice rare build there that I saw coming in from the green one. That was a juicy build indeed. Certainly one that I haven't seen. This here was... what a build that was. What a build. What a build. Right, let's update the scoreboards because Logic is not very good at this. So Logic will have to learn as he goes. We're going to have VM, Dark... Phoenix. We could actually probably just make it, I call it Drac Phoenix. Probably say the VM out, I think you guys know who he is. Dark Phoenix. There we go. Then we are going to have green one. And all you guys know who he is. If you don't know Green One, he's actually also a bit of a content creator, so do make sure you go check him out, and you should be able to find him there on my Discord. If you go under self-promotion, you should certainly be able to find the Green One, for sure. Alrighty, so let's get in here to the results. So, the green one. Here with the 920 there for Malagor the Dark Omen. In for the Manticores, we got 1,250 and 930. Yes, a very good work indeed. 150 and 250 there for the Chaos Warhounds with Poison. Throwing axes 1,100 and 133. So, Tuskor Chariots 170 with 117, 602, 1,160 and 970 for the Centaurs. 160 and 68 there for the Ungol Raiders with 92, 88, 0, 180 and 56 there for the Ungol Spearmen. Yeah, pretty good overall. So for the Sisters, 1,000 there on top of the Dragon. I certainly prefer them on the Eagle always, just because they just have more mobility, they're just a ginormous pain in the arse, and yeah, I just prefer them on the Eagle. 450 there for the Spellslinger of Life, with 71 there for the Dryads, 190, as well as 360. For the Eternal Guards, without any shields, we are going to have 300 and 180. And for the Riders, 630, 600, 280, and 740. So for the Hawk Riders, a nice pick indeed, 720. And for the Double White Riders, we are going to have 116 kills for 360 and 150 as well. So Lisbon VC, it's going to be Dark Elves, and it's going to be VC. Awesome. Estilian Tomb. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun to both of these. Yo, what's up, Contende? How are you, my friend? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is have so much ammo. Yeah, they do have a lot of ammo, that's for sure. That's for sure. Alrighty. Let's go Malagor, the chicken goat. Let's go Malagor, the chicken goat. I love it. Budget Marathi double Manticore. Exactly, Cypher, exactly. You get it, you get it. You get it. Why wouldn't you love him? Malagor is an absolute G. I actually really like Malagor in a couple of matchups. Oh, you confusing him with Morgul. Oh, right, yeah. Totally understand the love for Malagor, the meme that dreamed and became a fly. I really like him with these update. I thought he was really bad before, but I actually kind of like him in a couple of matchups. I think he's quite key in quite a few, actually. I think he's quite key in the Wood Elf matchup. I think he's key in the Dark Elf matchup. Yeah, I think he has some really, really good applications in quite a few different matchups, actually. I even actually think he's quite good in the High Elf matchup. Yeah, I think in the Elven matchup, where there's certainly a good Skyforce that can be brought, I really do like him. I really do like him. Malagor MVP. Oh, Malagor MVP for sure. Malagor MVP for sure, yeah. Chadigor. Chadigor, as I like to call him. Chadigor. Alrighty, well, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to very, very quickly grab myself a coffee, BRB. And if you don't know Contende, firstly, why don't you know Contende? Go check him out there on Twitch. Beautiful man, beautiful human being. Do go check him out. And also, if you don't know Hanadins and the ODM guys, tomorrow, me and them, both of us together, we are going to be casting Tizu's tournament, which will be having prizes there for you guys to earn. I think it's $50 for the winner, $30 for second, and $15 for third. I'll be casting the bronze in the final, and the ODM chaps here with Loopy, as well as the lovely Hanadins, will also be casting all the way through, all the way up into the semi-finals. So we'll be doing that together tomorrow, so make sure you go check out from me. And Hanadins, do feel free to leave yourself a little thing on my self-promotion, so everybody can go onto my Discord and find you guys and give you a little cheeky subscription for tomorrow's event. And I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Canon video, which we were like, holy shit, it's ridiculous. It's kind of got 1,000 more views on that. That had at this time not like over 1. And mainly good comments as well about Game of the Year. Funny enough, I looked at Milk and Cookies Total War, only good comments. So it is very much just competitive. Yeah. Yeah, so I noticed that. Yeah, so I noticed that, which was interesting, but we'll see how it works.
Have you watched the video?
Which one?
Milk and Cookies.
Yeah, it's very good.
How he said it's the only stream. Yeah. You can how it's the only one that he's ever.
He's involved with it, yeah. Same with everyone though. So it'll be interesting. How's the game?
Right. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Am I downloading now?
One game left for the semi-final. Then I've got the final, best of 5.
So about what? An hour? 2 hours?
See you in a bit.
I'll be able to watch after that.
Awesome. Alrighty. Alright, we're back. So, got myself a coffee and confirmed there with Mr. Rubber Duck. He's absolutely loving Warhammer 3. He's an absolute fan. Absolute fan. So both these guys are ready, so good luck, have fun. Let's get this on. A steady and tune with the Dark Elves going up against, of course, here, the Priests of the Undead. Should be grand. Should be grand. Logic, I think you have a wild duck in the room. Probably. Ducky does like to leave quite a few in there. Yeah, Ducky was just talking to him about. I went out to grab my nice little macchi. It's a latte caramel macchiato. We're just talking about the domination mode, and he's just been playing some games, and Ducky absolutely loves it. He's a big fan of the domination. Him and I actually both are huge fans of it. Huge fans. But anyway, And depending tomorrow as well with the ODM guys, Ducky might be popping in, and we might be doing a duo cast. That's not confirmed yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how he's doing. But we'll see where he's at. We'll see where he's at. See if he wants to drop in and say hello, and see if he wants to get in and hang out and do a little bit of gentle casting with me, and we just have a laugh with it, and see if you guys enjoy it. So you might get to see a double duck cast, as I like to call it. 2 ducks, 1 cast is what you guys are gonna get as the casting duo. How dare you say that, my beloved brass boy Cypher? What does Cypher say? Beastmen, all the Beastmen lords are cool apart from that one bull. What, the Doom Bull? Right. So for the Druchii, here with the Black Ark Corsairs, Dread Spears, mixing with more Black Arks, more Dread Spears, Blackguard of Nagarond, as well as more. Just more and more and more here for the Black Ark Corsairs. Double Dark Shards here as well, here for the armor piercing range. We are going to have the double Manticores, as well as Harpies, and Malekith from the green one. So he's going to be here with the big brass dragon, with the Gaze of Malice, as well as the Stand Your Ground, Soul Stealer, as well as Noxious Breath, and the Destroyer. So that's anything in a 40-meter radius that is close here to the Destroyer. We'll actually give a plus 15 seconds always to the, I believe that's always, right? There's nothing to kick that off. Just if you're in the 40-meter radius, you get plus 15 seconds on all your abilities, which is low-key really strong. Alrighty, so, oh my god. So here, coming in for the Undead, Skeleton Warriors mixing in with the Zombies here in the front line. We are going to have the double White Kings in the back here as well with the Graveguard Great Weapons. Here with more Zombies, more Graveguard Great Weapons, more Zombies, 4 units of Vargeist in the sky, which I believe is legal, and then the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. So Blood Dragon Vampire Lord here with the Heart Piercing, and with its sword, as well as the Sword of Anti-Heroes, Raise the Dead, Dance Macabre, the Invocation of Nehek, the Pestilent Breath, and also the Curse of Undeath. Let me have a read of that. The Pestil... I'm not saying that correctly, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting indeed. Give Torox wings. A big, humongous brass chungus that's going to fly around the battlefield. His charge bonus would be absurd. Because it'd be like, even if it was like 60 charge, it's like 5,000 mass or something, just going into everything. It'd be incredible. I'm sure it'd be balanced. Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings. Exactly, Luffy. Exactly. Oh, Loopy, you're casting tomorrow, is that correct? You're casting the Tizu tournament, is that correct? It's going to be yourself and Mr. Hanadin. Is it Mr. Hanadin's? Is it Mr. Hanadin's? Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's somebody else that's casting from ODM. Alright, so we are going to move forward here with the Vargeist. They're going to charge here. We didn't actually be in the Regiment of Renowned Harpies. They would have been quite nice. They do heal in combat. So it would have been nice here to support the crew. Now, maybe it would have been actually quite nice to bring an extra unit, but of course you probably don't expect 4 Vargeists. 110 armor piercing weapon strength is certainly no joke. Where's the Red Bull? I just see Muckluck just forcing Red Bull through his monitor. Drink it, Torox! Drink it! Fly, for God's sake, fly! Yeah, you can see the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is coming forward. Graveguard are going to be slowly pitter-pattering behind. They're going to be nice and hidden here in the trees. But not too much range. I quite like this. Only 2 units. You've got to protect them quite nicely. Double Blackguard that can certainly pop on top here. Don't want to be forcing the engagement here as the Druchii, but as long as they're moving relatively forward, that's okay by me. Zombies here will, we have to be careful with this. I'm gonna keep a sharp eye on this on the rules side of things. I am not a fan personally of this counting as attacking. For me, this does not count as attacking. Scalpstraff goes down the line there of the Dark Shard, so nice ability there. Double White Kings moving over, and it looks like the Dark Elves are going to be looking at a bit of a left-hand rotation. With Anti-Arge, the man with the legend. Awesome, Loopy, feel free to leave yourself a little cheeky little cheeky link there to where you and Ontiage are going to be. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that name. Ontiage. Hopefully I spelled that right. But leave a little link there for tomorrow's tournament that you two and myself are going to be casting. Yeah, leave a little link there for sure. I'll link you guys tomorrow as well, so that we can hook up and, you know, hopefully I'll try and get you guys on for a little bit of an interview and we can see how the tournament's gone so far. So in the skies, we are going to be having Harpies fighting here up against Vargeist, and also we're going to be shooting in the skies as well here with the Dark Shards. In the back is going to be another Summoner Zombies here on top. We could get the Blackguard to move through. These boys are starting to do the good chew and you know, bring them out. And then we're here, I believe this is the Summoner Zombies. They're going to be fighting here in the front. Black Arcs are going to be fighting here against more zombies, and it's going to be here the double White Kings doing the work. But we are going to move in with the double Manticores. It looks like here the green one is going to be picking to fight here up against the White Kings. Vargeist in the sky are ready to go. It looks like here the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord just kind of chilling, not really doing too much, but I don't know how he would challenge up against Malekith. 58 on 48, 52 on 36. So, you know, definitely the Helm of Discord there to do quite well, I think. You can see here some of the bats moving over. They might be getting a good recharge here on the Black Ark Corsairs. I certainly want to get that support there in from the Dragon. Maybe a nice breath attack here across the few might be quite nice. In the middle here, we are going to get the Murderous Prowess. And this is the point here. You know, you're going to get a lot of engagement. The Graveguarder at the back here. We do have engagement across the battlefield. And these things are going to be fighting to... they're also going to get plus 15 leadership, I believe. It's actually quite strong. Plus 15 leadership? Yeah, plus 15 leadership. 25% melee attack, charge bonus. Yeah, plus 15 leadership is huge. Yeah, that's going to negate fear quite nicely. Dark Charge should be able to shoot over the top. They should be able to shoot here up against the Vargeist. Invocation of the Heg has been activated, keeping those in nice top tier shape. And in the middle here is going to be the Black Dragon Vampire. Sorry, the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon of Malekith fighting here up against the White Kings. Double Manticores are in as well, doing the good butchery here on the White Kings. Can't really allow this to happen. You know, Scabscrath will go down. Oh my god, that's a lovely Scabscrath there on the Dark Shards. It just shows how beautiful there that ability really is. And you get 3 of those per White King. These are getting abused here. I think they're getting a bit abused for free. I think that the VM man needs to be careful of this. Keep clicking this and it keeps going off. But yeah, he needs to be careful of this. You lose your double White Kings. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, I don't think. Graveguard are going to be moving in here. I'm sure we'll be seeing one coming in here up against these Dread Spears, and we should probably be seeing some of the Graveguard trying to get on top of the Blackguard of Nagrond at some point. Some coming through here, some moving through. Graveguard should be able to clear out the Black Ark Corsairs. Not too sure what sort of bonus for his infantry here we're talking about. Have a look here. Bonus for his infantry is 13, so plus 13 melee attack. 39 is pretty decent. They should be doing some nice work, but 36 here for the Black Ark Corsairs. They also have anti-infantry. They do struggle with armor piercing though, I believe. I believe they're not uber strong. Yeah, so 7's not great. You'll be seeing that sort of from the Dreaders of Spears. So it's not that strong, to be quite honest. We are going to get away there with the White King. 50 health, negative 4 leadership. He will be falling here, unfortunately. No invocation ready to go, so he is going to fall. So at least one, if not both heroes down there, I think, unfortunately. And it looks like Vargeist are going to be engaging. We're actually going to overextend with Malekith here. Stand your ground was activated, plus 16 leadership and 24 melee defense is certainly going to help. But the Vargeist are going to move through. How many more Vargeist do we have left in the battlefield? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units still left. Very healthy and juicy indeed. This is looking pretty bad here for the Dark Elves. In the middle, Dark Shards are breaking. You can see here in the back, the Blackguard of Nagrond are being left a little bit in behind. It's pretty tough there. Unfortunately, they're going to be a little bit behind the mark, and you're going to be losing some Dread Spears and some of your Dark Shards there for that unfortunate misplay. In the middle, Dark Shards are breaking. We see some Dread Spears and the Blackguard of Nagrond in the middle. Zombies here have been summoned to deal with and kind of pin in these units, whilst it looks like we are going to be getting the dreaded movement here of the Heart Piercing, as well as the sort of anti-hero Soul Stealer. Oh my god, that is a gorgeous Soul Stealer here in the middle, coming in from Malekith. Helm of Discord has been activated, and yeah, oh my god, yeah, that is going to certainly take up a lot of stuff here. That is going to hurt a lot. That is going to heal Malekith quite some indeed. Blackguard moving in. We still have some Dread Spears in there. We are going to have the double Manticores. We are going to be able to move away there with the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, but he has been bullied. So we've got to be careful of that. Vargeist are breaking here. Negative 41 leadership. That's going to be 800 health. They will be crumbling at quite some rates here. Are we going to get a breath attack here coming in from the Blood Dragon Vampire? I certainly think we should be getting a breath attack here. Might be coming on the face of Malekith. We'll have to see what happens there. Blackguard going to be holding. Blackguard Corsairs doing some nice work as well. I'm surprised to see the Dread Spears here at this stage of the game. More zombies, and we are going to be moving in here with the Graveguard as well. We have some more skeletons coming in from behind. It's like here, we actually do get a leadership balance coming out of the Vargeist. It's going to be -1 now, but it's not they are going to fall here up against Malekith. Manticore comes out and it kind of threw 60 bite scopes on the on the backside of the Vargeist. I love their like little mohawks. It just reminds me of Slayers. These little bad boys. That's kind of why I like them so much. It just reminds me of Slayers. But this could be another Soul Stealer. Another Soul Stealer? Oh, stand your ground. Oh, it is another Soul Stealer. Okay, it is another Soul Stealer. I'm pretty sure that doesn't show. But yeah, another Soul Stealer here, which is actually going to catch Graveguard. 2 units of Graveguard, and I think it actually caught quite a few of the Vargeist as they were leaving. The Black Dragon there of Malekith and the Manticore going to be charging here up against the Vargeists and up against the big Blood Dragon Vampire. Looks like he's going to get caught here in a bit of a bait. We are going to be moving in here with the second unit of Vargeists, and now we're going to try and get away. Can we dive on the floor? Maybe try and see if we can fight here, get some support off the Blackguard of Nagarond. They should be able to move in here and get that nice anti-large armor piercing. I'm not too sure what their bonus first large is here. The Blackguard should be pretty strong. 24, not bad indeed. 24 is actually pretty decent. So there should be a fight here in the middle, do some lovely work here up against the Blood Dragon Vampire. Overcast Invocation has been activated. We are going to be catching both of the Vargeist in there and a unit of Graveguard. So really nice healing for 4 models there. Very strong indeed. Look, it's going to be a summon of zombies. Try and see if we can dissipate all of the damage coming out here on the big entities. But Healing Camp is going to be coming out here for the Blood Dragon Vampire. Same could be said there for Malekith. Helmet Discord has been activated. And this is a seriously close game. We are going to be seeing here in the middle the Ferrum Manticore. And so yeah, he is going to be pushing through. But it looks like here, we do have the Blood Dragon Vampire. He's down to 2,400. Malekith is getting seriously low here. That Helmet Discord is really helping the Blood Dragon Vampire. Sword of Andy here, as you do see the gates of Malekith through the back. We are going to see that is going to be army losses. GG's and well played here to both players. GG's and well played. Nice, nice. There you go, guys. Yeah, you can find that there. Vargolf models are amazing. Indeed. Indeed, I do like a good old Vargolf. The Vargeist, though, are pretty cool. Yeah, I think Malekith did slightly overextend there, unfortunately. Yeah, there was a slight overextension of Malekith, for sure. Yeah, he kind of got caught with a bit of a bait and switch, unfortunately. But, you know, these things happen. These things happen. So, it's going to be 1 apiece here between the boys. I didn't quite update those scoreboards, unfortunately. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be with you. $1,300, $750, $1,500, and $317 for the Vargeist. So that was pretty good there. $544, $812, and $1,070 there from the Graveguard. So the Graveguard as well, also, you know, quite well played here. I do like seeing VM play the Vampire counts. They played them with, you know, very good patience, very good understanding. 140, 170 for the Skeleton Warriors. 34, 43, 58, with 77 and 54 there for the Zombies. 706 and 700 for the White Kings, with 1,820 for the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. 3,330 there for Malekith, with 713 for the Manticore, and 1,300 for the second. 132 there for the Harpies, with 255, 218, and 460 for the Dread Spears. Black Orca says 330, 316, and 361, with the Blackguard with 1.2 and 1.2. 370 and 644 there for the Dark Shards, and a pretty nice force overall. Yeah, I do wonder maybe if you could have squeezed out the Harpies, the Regiment of Renown, would that have made a difference, I wonder? Possibly. Possibly. So, the map here, let's have a little look. We are going to be going on to Gorkazan. Gorgazan will be the map. Not the worst, but I'd still argue it's bad. Malekith is a fun pick. Sadly, it didn't work out. It's really not bad matchup for VC. I don't think it's their worst, but I think it's a favoured matchup. Hey, how you doing, Alex? Welcome, my friend. GG's indeed. GG's indeed. Great battle. Great battle between these two. So, Lizardmen, Beastmen, Greenskins ban Lizardmen. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Yeah, you could actually see a Lizardman ban and then maybe going Dwarfs here wouldn't be too bad. Dwarfs into Beastmen and Greenskins, I think is actually Dwarf favoured on both sides. Yeah, interesting one. So guys, we are going to be in Game 3 here of the last semi-final. The winner of this next game will be going through to the final to go up against Mr. ODM Pantelenard. So, if you are enjoying today's content, do feel free to smash that like button. It really does help here on the channel. And also feel free to subscribe. You know, obviously the bigger we get here, the more I can do for you guys. Of course, we have Warhammer 3 for myself. We should be able to drop some content very, very soon for you all. And then we should be able to go through a bunch of things with pitch battles. Should be able to go through a bunch of things with domination. And a whole bunch of stuff coming forward for all of you to enjoy. So, should be very, very good. Yep, I can certainly agree with that. I can certainly agree with that, Mr. Neckbat. It certainly is a bad matchup. Alrighty, so that's so just a quick message there. Alright, let's go. I know, Game 3. So we are going to be getting Warriors of Chaos. A phenomenal pick here coming in from the green one. And it looks like it's going to be ban Beastmen. Alright, so maybe a Lizardmen pick here indeed. I think Greenskins is probably where Dark Phoenix will go, but I think either is fine. It's a tough one. I think Greenskins would be the one. Right, we'll get back to that shortly. Alrighty. Oh, baby. Yeah, so Greenskins is what I expected. Right. Fantastic. I kind of want to see Warriors of Chaos versus Greenskin, 6 skirmish cab both sides, wide front line. Yes, please. Yeah, I think that certainly could be. I think that certainly could be one we are going to be seeing today. I think that is going to be the way forward. I think the skirmish cab on that side of things certainly favours the Greenskins. Certainly favours the Greenskins. It's just cheaper, better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You can even go with a little bit, you go with the Morgris Mangi Marauders, get the good AP in there as well. You could also get the regenerating ones as well with the Regiment of Renowned Spider Riders. The Spider Rider Archers, they're pretty good as well. They have regeneration, stalk, yeah, pretty strong, pretty strong. If that comes, I will go cook something. Yeah, I don't blame you either. I don't blame you either, Mr. Blackthorn. I don't blame you. All right. Hey, White, how we doing? Is there a place you can find meta builds for multiplayer? Yes, there is, my friend. Yeah, so, obviously I do a lot of casts and stuff. If you want some, you can come join the Discord. I'm sure one of the mods there can leave a link to the Discord. And, White, I don't know if you're new to the multiplayer scene, but I do actually run a Short Bids League, which is a league for new players, where you can come play up against other new players, and only strictly new players of your ability level, and then you can train and practice and get better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so today you'll be seeing a lot of good examples of meta builds for sure. A lot of meta builds, yeah, for sure. But Mr. White Elverson, feel free to come. This is game 3 of the semi-final, Mr. Rubber Duck. This is game 3 of the semi-final. We just had a Vampire Count win here for Dark Phoenix up against the green one with his Dark Elves. Ah, yes, White. I just seen that you've just joined the Discord, as well as Mr. Zensky. Welcome, 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 welcome. I think it's the second semi, Ducky. Yeah, second semi, yeah. Yeah, second semi, my friend, second semi. Alright, both are ready. Gonna be the final game here, and the winner of this game will go up and play here against Mr. Pantelanard in the final, which should be absolutely fantastic. Can't wait. Alrighty, let's crack on with this. So we are going to be on Gorgazan here, with the fungi going up against the Warriors of Chaos, the good old greenskins, the good old War. And the question is, are you guys a Mork or are you a Gork? Which are you? Yeah, which one are you guys? Which one are you getting? Oh, yo! How you doing, Mr. Zensky? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing very well. Hope you're doing very well. Hope you're enjoying yourself on the channel today. So for the Chaos in the front here, we are going to have Marauder Horsemen. Looks like one, two, looks like actually double Marauder Horsemen and an extra unit of Marauder Horse Masters. Chaos Knights with Lancers here in the back, with some Chaos Marauders, an extra unit of Horse Masters, and looks like here we are going to be having the Summoners of Rage. Summoner of Rage here with the Chained Lightning, and so we are going to be having Arkin, the Ever-Chosen in horseback. I just want to say Gorby's Chariot, Anti-Infantry Armor Piercing, 80 Charge Bonus, 130 Armor, you name it. These bad boys have got it. On here with it looks like the Piercing Bolts of Burning, Fireball, as well as the Crown of Domination with the Slayer of Kings and Stand or Die. One Manticore in the sky, two Manticores in the sky, fantastic. For the Greenskins on the floor, we are going to have a Buckload of Skirmish, probably 3 each side with a Spider Rider. That's going to be the case. It's going to be Goblin Wolf Rider Archers mixing into here with some Forest Goblin Spiders, more Forest Goblin Spiders, more Forest Goblin Spiders, and 3 more Archers. We are going to have the Duckhead Squigs with the Hoppers, with the Goblins, Orc Boys. We are going to have the 8 Loonies, Orc Boys, and some more Goblins. Giant River Troll Hag in the back here for the Spirit Leech of Doom. Here, of course, Overcasting, Regen will cover any sort of damage, Overwhelming Odor, and Mither. In the middle here, we are going to have the Goblin Big Boss here with They Need Stabbing, and the very, very powerful Grom the Paunch. Grom the Paunch here with the Lucky Banner, the Greatness here, and Language of the Boys. And here, of course, with the Arachnarok Queen. Here with those spiders, the Maternal Instinct for the Hatchlings are super strong indeed. Super strong indeed. Yeah, pretty meta Greenskin army for sure. Pretty meta Greenskin army. Gmork. I like that Contend 8. I like that. I like that indeed. So, good luck, have fun here from both sides. Let's crack on with it and let's have some fun. So, Spider Rider Archers are going to be coming forward here on either flank, and they're going to be meeting in the middle and doing a good skirmish off here against the boys in black and seeing if they can, fight pretty hard. But no of the Chungus boys today. So, Fireball coming through. Is that going to go after the Arachnarok Queen? It would be too bad. She doesn't have any healing. That's going to be coming here after Grom. Does hit the backside of Grom. Grom actually takes quite a bit of damage. Does have a fire weakness. So, yeah, pretty good there coming out with the Fireball. It's only 15 seconds, though, of the fire weakness there due to Kindle Flame. So, you've got to make sure that Fireball is going to make it in 15 seconds. Grom will have to heal. So, you've got to be careful there. I don't think we saw Cascading Fire Cloak. There is no Cascading Fire Cloak. I really like Cascading Fire Cloak. I think it's very strong indeed. The Piercing Bolts of Burning could be very strong here up against the Arachnarok Queen. Gorby's Chariot to absolutely cycle all over the face here of the Spider Riders and the Archers. And I don't believe there's any Morgrim's Mangy Marauders here today. No, I don't think so. So for the Summoners of Rage, we should have some good missile resistance, 25%, 60 armor as well, so they're going to be able to hold pretty true here, pretty firm. We also see another Fireball here coming out, and that's probably going to hit the Arachnarok Queen. No, that's going to go for a miss, and that's going to come after Grom here. Well, a nice hit there to the face. Some more damage here up against Grom. We do get some of the Greenskins move around the flanks here, as we do come forward. Spider Riders are going to be kiting here up against the majority of the Marauder Horsemaster crew. They're going to be firing in, killing quite a few models here, the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers. We are going to be killing off the Spider Riders here with Manticores, Gore Beasts, which I believe have Fear as well. Yes, they do. Immune to Psychology on top, which is quite nice. Most of their items here for the Chaos do not have Immune to Psychology. And considering it's Chaos, it's rather interesting indeed. And if we want to AP Loonies, we wouldn't mind seeing some of the Gore Beasts getting down the line there, or those cheeky Goblin flanks. But in the back here, we are going to be Archers here shooting up against the Marauders. Pull these back. Certainly don't want to be fighting up against the Arachnarok Queen. What's this going to be here? Spirit Leech on something. Spirit Leech on the Chaos Knights with Lancers. Yep, that's makes complete sense. But looks like here we are going to be catching here off with the Giant River Troll Hag. Giant River Troll Hag is going to get caught in the middle here. Flaming Sword of Ruin would have been very nice here to get the fire damage and magic here to punch very hard up against the Giant River Troll, but she's going to be getting out of there. Can we get the Gore Beats? Can we get the armor piercing? Can we get the damage here up against the river? In the middle, we are going to have Spider Hatchlings moving forward. Maybe get a nice little cheeky blockade here coming in for the River Troll Hag. In the back here, we have Grom the Paunch kind of just wheeling and dealing. Not really doing too much right now, but he kind of wants to get through here. But it's like most of the infantry is going to get protected. In the back, Spider Hatchling's actually going to be compromising the Marauder Horsemen. Some of the Goblins in the back, actually could get charged in the back here. And looks like we are going to get a bit of a skirmish off. A 3 versus 2 here, but, roughly should favour the Marauder Horse Masters. Better DPS indeed. In the middle, what I'm not too sure what this is going to be. This could actually be, oh, it's going to be a flaming, piercing bolts of burning, sorry, I should say. Piercing bolts of burning will do some tremendous damage up against the 8-peak loonies. Gorby's chariots coming through, they will cycle charge to death here up against the 8-peak loonies. The little boys are going to come forward. They actually miss up against the Chaos Knights with Lancers. Lovely work there coming out of the green one. So, the big boys here, the Summoners of Rage, could certainly come thumping here up against the Ragnarok Queen. This here, I believe, is a mistake, but it looks like it is going to be able to pull back to some sort of safety. So maybe just pull back here with the Summoners. This thing certainly came way too far away from cover. Spider Rider Hatchlings and the rest just were not ready there to help cover. The boys here are going to move forward, maybe coming after the Goblin Big Boss. Let's see what sort of regeneration here we got left for Grom the Paunch. Grom the Paunch here will be having 2,200 left. So, yeah, it's only about 600, not even that, sorry, about 700 coming out. Grom the Paunch is going to come through, could we get some fighting here, perhaps, maybe. Big hit there on the Goblin Big Boss. Did they need stamina get popped? It doesn't look like it did. Cascading Firefighter cannot counter that either. We are going to get a charge here with the Manticores. And it looks like Grom here is going to get away. Goblins in the middle, we are going to cycle charge through. We are going to catch some Spider Riders. Orc boys moving in as well for the fight. And now here, Greenskins are going to be pouring in to every single orifice. Spider Riders a little bit late to the party. Goblins as well. Spider Hatchlings catching up against the Chaos Marauders. And something Ragnarok Queen might be able to make a good fight out of that. Lance power is going to be even. I would say so far it's probably gently favouring the Chaos, but nothing really too much really to call or write home about. We are going to be having the big man here chasing up against Grom the Paunch, but it looks like he's going to pull back. The Dirkid Squigs as well are going to be one to go after. Immune to psychology for them. Looks like they are going to get away. Looks like the Skirmish Cavalry is going to be pulling over, but we've got to be careful. We are going to be leaving behind a lot here of the Marauders. Marauders can be quite important indeed. Spider Riders should go to the top here. They are going to be hitting up against the Chaos Knights with Lances. And, you know, 60 armor, 25% missile resistance here for the Summoners of Rage. But, you know, they will take chip damage. You know, scratches and stuff, you know, they do hurt. They do hurt. Summoners of Rage, they are going to charge in. Might be get a bit of butchery here on top of Grom the Paunch. Grom the Paunch will get absolutely slapped here by the anti-large presence of the Summoners. Summoners actually have some pretty good anti-large. It should be around about the 20s. Yeah, 26 is pretty impressive, actually. That's pretty damn impressive. Spider Riders will get butchered here pretty quickly. The Manticores are going to be on top of Grom. Grom is going to be taking damage. Coming in here as well is going to be Archon the Ever-Chosen. Might be able to get through here and maybe do some good work here on the Spider Riders. Maybe a Flamestorm could be quite nice. 92 speed, you should be able to negate a lot of that incoming damage. In the back here, looks like we are going to get the 4 units of Skirmish. Maybe move around here, trying to see if we get a bit of a pin here on the Skirmish Cav, but they can just pull out to the right. Looks like here the Spider Riders are going to be breaking here. The anti-large from the Summoners of Rage going to do some good work. Spider Hatchlings in. You know, like here the Ragnarok Queen doesn't really want too much to do with that. In the back, pretty weak, is going to be the Goblin Wolf Riders. Forest Spider Riders are pretty close, but they're pretty healthy. And it looks like overall, yeah, it looks like the Chaos are staying pretty tight together. Greenskins have some good skirmish on them. Wolf Rider Archers, Spider Riders are going to be pouring their shots in. They're not really going to see much damage here up against Archeon. Maybe a bit of poison here and there, but nothing really at all to write home about. He has taken some damage, but you know, nowhere near as much as Grom. We are going to have the Summoners of Rage. Everything else charging up against Grom, but he's got 84 speed. He is going to get out, and you know, that's going to be what that is. And in the middle, this is a mistake. Now we can see here the Ragnarok Queen is going to be on her own. Yeah, this contingent here is going to do absolutely nothing to help her, unfortunately. And she's going to be on her own. She's now going to get goon squad by everything. And, yeah, she's going to be pretty costly here on the balance of power for the Ragnarok Queen. We are going to charge in here with the Forest Goblin Spiders. But the Ragnarok Queen getting caught out like this is going to be pretty painful. Maternal Instinct should be allowed to pin out maybe the Summoners of Range. But Stand or Die has been activated. That's going to increase their melee defense and also leadership. But the Queen here is going to be losing thousands of HP. She's going to be down by 20% now, and it's getting pretty hard there. We can see that although she's going to be anti-large and armor-piercing, the Manticores should do some lovely work. 450 weapon strength should be to really doom on the Ragnarok Queen. Spider Riders are moving in. Most of their ammunition has been used, but great mobility here coming out of Dark Phoenix. Black Queen has certainly taken some damage for sure. I think here this is a bit over-aggressive with the Manticores. Now we're going to be going into the Greenskin territory. I don't think that's optimal. Dirkid Squigs moving in. Great AP indeed. They'll certainly be able to do some good damage here on Archeon if you're not careful. So Greenskins are in, so the Gorby's Chairs are fighting in kind of still combat, which is not really where you want them either. We should have the ability for the Summoners of Rage. We should be able to see maybe a nice spell here coming down on top of this kind of blob of Greenskins. It looks like that is going to be the case. Looks like here we are going to get maybe a Thunderbolt in here. In the middle, we are going to rampage with the Fairy Manticore. The Greenskins have seen their moment. No, it's actually going to be a flame. It's actually going to be a piercing bolts of burning. Lovely damage here coming on the Spider Riders, catching all the Goblins as well. Oh, that was a gorgeous spell indeed. In the middle here, we are going to see the Chaos Fairy Manticore fighting here up against the Ragnarok Queen. Fairy Manticore will do some good work, but the 1 vs 1, the Ragnarok Queen will do some nice, lovely stuff. And here now we are going to be seeing the nice Thunder ability. Going to be coming through, ripping apart here up against these Spider Riders. The Dirty Squigs as well. Going to be pretty low. Mutant Psychology will keep them going, but we are going to break and tear out some of these other units as well. But, you know, with Grom in support, we should be able to do some nice work. So Grom here is going to get caught in by Corby's chariots inside the Marauder Horsemen as well. Are going to catch and do some good damage here on Grom. Damage resistance has been buffed there by 40% in from the Lucky Banner. In the back here, Summoner's Rage going to be charging and finishing off here. And the Morgoth's Manga Marauders are going to be getting their bread well and truly buttered here by those big Thunder Maces. I don't think you'd ever thought I'd say that, but there we go. Big Thunder Maces are in. We are going to get some of the Goblins coming back in here on the Wolves, but coming out here, some of the old boys, some of the Goblins are going to be fleeing. Shorty coming in for the Marauder Horsemen. Good weapon strength to be able to rip apart the 120 armor of the Ragnarok Queen, but in the middle here, isolated is going to be the Summoners of Rage. This is an uber close game here between both of these players. And there's not many tools left here. The Goblin Big Boss has been broken. Move off here with the Marauder Horsemaster. Surprised he's not shattered. He's down to 280 health. Yeah, pretty interesting one. Losing that hero is huge. They need stabbing is actually a really nice ability. And without that, I think Grom might fall here. There's no way he can fight up against Archaon without the support here of the Ragnarok Queen. But Cycle charging in here as well in from the Horse Riders could do some nice work up against the Ragnarok Queen. That is going to be the case. So we're also going to charge here up against Grom as well. And it looks like here we are going to have some Marauders. Back up here with Archaon with the Slayer of Kings as well here at the Gorbies. That's going to finish off the Ragnarok Queen. Balance of Power is not going to shift, but this is definitely pulling in the favour of the Chaos. Charging here in is going to be Archaon coming after the big man here, Gon the Paunch. His healing cap is now going to be visible. It looks like here a fantastic effort coming in. Balance of Power hugely shifts. A ginormous shift coming there into the Chaos favour. Fantastic stuff. Just a couple of hits there on Grom the Paunch. Certainly going to be changing Balance of Power. You can see what sort of presence he has here on the battlefield. Big hits from Archaon. That is going to be GG's and well played for the ODM Legend and the Warriors of Chaos. Fantastic battle indeed. Fantastic battle indeed. Maiden would have been proud. Oh, fantastic stuff. So, 4,017 damage value from Archaon, the Ever Chosen. 416, 175 there from the Chaos Marauders. Gorbies in at 1,026, so not quite paying for themselves. 1,047 for the Chaos Knights with Lancers, also not paying for themselves. 230 and 630 there from the Marauder Horsemen, with 644 and 574 there from the Marauder Horse Masters. 900 and 1,015 for the Chaos Fairy Manticores, and 1,124 for the Summoners of Rage. I really, really like the Piercing Bolts of Burning ability. I actually think it's a very strong spell. A very, very strong spell. I'm actually trying to think about a weak wind. I'm actually really trying to think about a weak spell. In the fire magic kind of domain, there is no weak spell, I don't think. I think there is almost in every single matchup you can bring any fire spell. Like there is a justification. Like I think against Dwarfs, like Flamestorm is really nice. Yeah, man, all the fire magic is so strong. 1,060 there for Grom the Paunch. We got 244 there for the Goblin Big Boss, with 450 there for the Giant River Troll Hag. 220, 330 for the Goblins, with 134 and 380 there from the Orc Boys, with 314 there from the 8 Peak Loonies. 380, 340 there from the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, with 680. Spider Riders here with the 406, 288, and 566 from the Morgoth's Manga Marauders. 1,900 for the Ragnarok Queen, with 170 and 305 from the Forest Goblin Spiders. 441 there from the Dirk Squigs. Bit of a strange one, that one, but, you know, still pretty nice overall. Yeah, GG's well played. GG's well played. Yeah, great series, great series. GG's indeed. Well, really well played to Dark Phoenix. Thank you so much, sir, for being on the channel. That was a tremendous game indeed. So we are going to be having Pantalenard here up in the final, going up against the ODM man himself. So let's quickly go through here. That was a phenomenal game indeed. That was a phenomenal game. So let's go through here, here, here. That was yeah, it was an expert game indeed. It was very nice. Mr. Green One. Let me just quickly message you on. Alright, now so now let's see what we've got here. So let's check in here. So thank you very much to Dark Phoenix to play today. Thank you so much, my friend. It's it's nice to have you here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, awesome stuff. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, so Fanta Lemonade in the final up against the green one. Logic, can we do a best of 3 instead? If you're cool with that, of course. If you would both prefer that, I am happy. If they both prefer a best of 3, I'm very happy for them to have a best of 3. That is absolutely fine with me. So, we'll move it there just so we can see it on the scoreboard. That there is going to be a 2-1 victory there to Mr. Green One. So congratulations and commiserations there to Mr. Dark Phoenix. Thank you very much for coming in the final today and playing very strongly. So, well played there. So, in the final now, we will be moving on here. Dark Phoenix will go to Fanta Limonada. Mr. Fanta Limonada, the man, the myth, the legend, is going to be in up against the green one. Well, these two players are certainly chads within the community, and it's going to take a lot of chattery here to win the finals. And I'm not too sure who's going to take this. Both of these have played very well today, and I normally have an inkling about who I think is going to win. And from these two, I don't know. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea where I would put my bets. Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. Alrighty, so we are going to be in the final here. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the final, who are we supporting? All right. Who are we supporting? Insert motivational gift. Beastmen, Dark Elves. He's not ready to fight Dower yet. The Dwarfs will come. Alright, so this is going to go Dark Elves. Okay, so it looks like Beastmen, Dark Elves, and we're going to pick Dark Elves here as the winning one. So, for the Beastmen, I do have a solution to this matchup as the Beastmen that actually makes the matchup pretty even. But I still think we're going to see a Dark Elf mirror here. I'm surprised Wood Elves wasn't picked by the green one. I'm surprised Wood Elves just wasn't picked. Pantaloons, Alavert, indeed, the orange one. Yeah, indeed, the orange one would have been good. Oh no, I missed out on a trick. No. No. Alright. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Alright, you guys come up with some names and then we'll vote on it. Alright, so we are going to be on the maps. Aha. I haven't put the maps in because logic is silly. It doesn't really matter. This map is not changing anyway, so... Sorry, map's up. Me forgot. Alright. Alright, cool, they're both ready, so let's load in. Looks like we're loading there as well, cool. I don't want that, thank you. Come on, PC. Right, come on, PC. We're doing a best of 3 now. There we go. Alrighty, so Dark Elves here. That's best of 1, best of 3. Ooh, challenge, you're taking a while. Thank you. Alright, onto the game. So, for the Dark Elves here in the front, we are going to have the Dreadiest of Spears. It looks like 1, 2, 3 there, with triple Witch Elves. Very nice indeed. So, Dark Rider Shields 1, 2, 3, 4. Here with the double Scourge Runners, double Manticores, I'm sure, with Marathi, and the double K-Knight Assassin. Marathi, looks like it's just going to be 1 K-Knight Assassin, actually. Here with the Web of Shadows and also Assassin's Trophy. Looks like here we are going to have Marathi in the sky here with the Wand of Coridon, as well as the Soul Stealer, Hot Render and the Dark Sword, Enchanting Beauty, the Great Arcane Conduit, and Life Leeching. Very strong indeed. Very strong indeed. So, for the Beastmen. Ungol Spearmen, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the front here with shields, backed up by Ungol Raiders, at least 3 of those. On the flanks here we are going to have the Chaos Warhounds with poison, supported here by double Centaurs, and looks like Centaur throwing axes in the main pocket, backed up by the Sons of Goros. Here for the main man in the middle, we are going to have Turox, the Brass Bull, here with the Brass Body, and Slaughter's Cool. For the hero, we are going to be having the Brave Shaman of Wild here with Traitorkin and also the Jagged Dagger, which is a really strong item indeed. Very cheap, very strong. Hey, Venge, how are we? The green is the best one. The green one. Gonna smash him and chop him up. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Beastmen crush Dark Elves with Wood Elves, I think. Ooh. Panther 1. Pantalonade. Alright, so in the middle, Torx and Brass Ball, big bolts to the face. Yeah, he shrugs us off. Yeah, pretty convincingly. He's going to be doing a little bit of a pirouette there in the middle, and you know he'll kind of get out of there. He'll be like, yeah, do you know what? Nope, don't want any of that. And you know what? Don't blame him. Don't blame him. Manticores at the front. Going to get a little bit of a scoot and shooter here on with the Scourge Runner chariots. Scourge Runners. Does one of these have one and one of these doesn't? Oh yeah. I thought I literally saw them gain a chevron there, but it wasn't the case. I went from one to the other. One actually has a chevron. They can certainly get some good shoot in the middle here. Looks like they are going to be on... Oh, nice shots coming over here. They are going to... They actually do kill a model there of the throwing axe tentacles. Yeah, looks like we're going to be shooting in the front as well. 80 armor's okay. Not brilliant, but, you know, sort of mid-tier armor. Should do pretty well here. But the Ungol Raiders, you know, they don't have the best armor piercing, but they will do some good chip damage over time. Throwing axes in here, looks like we are going to move in with the throwing axes, trying to kind of push back here up against the Scourge Runners. Scourge Runners have 150 range, so you've got to be careful here. They are going to certainly do some good bolts up against these Centaurs. Apologies, we are going to see the Double Ferromanticore and Morathi move over to this right-hand side. Maybe try and see if they can get in here, and yeah, maybe have a nice good effect down the flank here. In the middle of that is maybe going to be a Traitorkin here. This could be a gorgeous Traitorkin. That is going to be an overcast Traitorkin doing some lovely work here against these Scourge Runners. That's going to slow them. That's going to allow the throwing axes to get in and maybe do some work here with that slow of 25%. Damage there should be exceptional. Tuskal Chariot should be able to move through. Do they want to go in here? I don't know if they actually do want to go in here. I think they've got to be careful. There's Dark Riders close. But of course, the majority of the chunk is going to be here on the left-hand flank. So maybe the Tuskals are free to go. And it looks like that is going to be the case. They are going to be cycling through. Knife Blade Butter here. You know, look at those. Full stack of Dread Spears just going to get cycled through. Now, they don't really want to fight the Witch Elves. If they get Rampage here, it could be the end of days. But it looks like they are going to get away with it. They didn't actually get touched here. The ladies, of course, rampaging all levels of anything in the game, actually. I don't think there's anything they can't rampage, actually, which is that's quite interesting. So, Scourge Runners, they're going to be trying to come here and help up the front. They're trying to see if they get a couple of shots here onto the Tuskal Chariot. Tuskal Chariot's actually taking quite a bit of damage here in the middle. Got to be careful there as well from Pantalonade. The Sons of Goros here are going to be charging backwards and forwards. It looks like here the green one is still going to be doing quite strong there with the Scourge Runners. Manticore in the middle is going to fight here up against Torx. It's going to get Rampage, and that is really unfortunate here from the green one. Torx will now well and truly beat apart that Manticore. It's going to kind of be an all-in or nothing play here coming from Morathi. Looks like here it is going to be maybe a Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer does catch. It's going to catch actually the Brave Shaman as well, and a couple other of these extra units in the back. Manticore on the sky is going to be a little bit slow. And it's like we're not able to quite save that Manticore from the butchery that was Torx the Brass Ball. The Brass Chair does come in. Now fighting here up against Morathi. Brave Shaman in, good pin. We do the Manticore going after Brave Shaman. Torx is going to be absolutely buttering Morathi. His stats down to 43 melee attack, but he'll certainly do some good work. 34 melee defense there for Morathi. It's just not going to be enough here to stop this rampaging ball from destroying her face. But in the sky here, we are going to have the Manticore returning. We could get this bad boy in. Maybe a little bit of pressure here on the Brave Shaman. Another Traitorkin. Didn't quite see where that went off. But it looks like here, we are going to have an Assassin's Trophy here for Torx. We are also going to get the Wand of Coridon. And now we're going to be moving out with Torx. We do actually miss there. Big work coming in. Torx is going to get out. Dread Spears are going to try it. But this Chungus is an absolute beast. Rear charge there for the Manticore that is rampaging. Assassin's Trophy still activated. Negative 24 melee defense. 23 in total is going to be pretty bad here for the big brass ball. Do we have any spears or anything we can move in? Doesn't look like it. Rampaging with the Tuskal Chariots is going to be pretty painful up against those Witch Elves. That's why they're so goddamn strong. I do like my Elves here with the Witch variety. So in the sky, it looks like here we are going to get Morathi poking in the back here, trying to see if we can get on top of Torx. Torx can now turn and burn. Looks like here we are coming in with the Canine Assassin. 88 melee attack with poison, thanks to the Murderous Prowess. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty bad here for Torx. He has absolutely no support. Centaurs need to come in. We need something here to help Torx. We just don't have it right here. And it's going to be a Soul Stealer catching the Ungol Raiders. Looks like it also catches the Ungol Spearheads. And it's not going to get Torx, but Torx is getting bullied. Yeah, here we go. Centaurs are moving in, but it might just be a little bit too late here, I think. Taurus is going to fight. Nice big hit there on the Manticore, but yeah, he's getting bullied. And looks like here, sorry, the Squadrons are coming over. Yeah, it's looking pretty bleak. Sons of Goros are going to carve apart the Dark Riders. Yeah, Torox breaks. I think that's the end. I think that's the end. Assassin's Trophy activated for Torox. Centaur throwing axes can now just pull out. They don't need to be there anymore. We can get over here, maybe shoot in as well from the Ungol Raiders. But the Manticore will clean up Torox. Torox should return. 20 leadership. We should see a return from him. Big shots there from the Squadrons. Big shots on Torox. The ladies actually shatter. Maybe just the sight of Torox was enough. Yeah, the K-Knight is now just going to be 360 no-scoping here up against the Ungols. He still has 0 leadership. He certainly could come back here with some more. Let's have a look here. Under missile fire, -5. That should drop. Very tired. Yep, he does return immediately. As soon as that -5 goes, he immediately returns. But that should be a bolt to the back of the dome, and that should be another break here. Yeah, -8 should tip him over, and that's pretty much going to be it there from him. So in the middle, we do lose the Manticore. Good pressure here from the Centaurs. Centaurs still amazing tools here. Looks like they're also going to be deleting the second Manticore. If they get rid of the Manticores here, no reason they can't bully Marathi. Certainly not over here. Torox does die. That is going to be a huge hit to leadership here for the Beastmen. But we are going to be shooting in. If we can shoot in and destroy this Manticore, yeah, it's not over yet. It's not over. So Dark Riders with shields are going to break there in the back. We do actually shatter some of the Dread Spears. There's not much infantry left to kind of supplement the Squadrunner plays. We are going to be shooting here up against the Ungors. Marathi is going to be around, but Marathi's got to be careful. Marathi has been surrounded here, and this could be troublesome. And there we go. There's the nice counter. We are going to see the Soul Sealer. We are going to get out here with the Sons of Goros. It is just going to catch one unit of Centaurs. The rest should be fine. But now we're going to charge a big juicy one there up against the K-Knight Assassin. Also, we do actually catch the Ungors as well. But we should be able to move in with these bad boys. The charge bonus 15 leadership should help. And now we're going to be in up against the double Squadrunners. Poison here for the from the Warhounds, as well as the Centaurs here moving in with the Tuskors. Should be doing some good work here. If we could remove some of these elements, it could be very nice indeed. The Wonder Coridon is going to hit down on the Sons of Goros. They have been terrified. Big miss there. It's like 10 models left, 500 HP. We should get a return. This Manticore should also return. There's going to be a lot of negatives there to leadership. We should be getting in with the throwing axes and do the good work here up against Marathi. Balance of Power is going to be pulling here into Dark Elf favor. Is this going to be what I think it is? This is going to be a Web of Shadows. That is going to destroy the Centaurs if you're not careful. They get away, but they are going to feel the full force. The other one does get away with taking no damage, but Marathi can just heal itself to the end of the days. I think you just need to forget about Marathi here and deal with everything else. Can we throwing axe here up against the chariots? But nope, that's going to be Arminos's. GG's and well played. I do like my Elves logic 2022. I do like my Witch Elves. I like my Witch Elves. Those ladies are super powerful. Those ladies are super powerful. Yeah, it's a tough one. Turok's got abused. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Turok's 1,136, 850 there for the Brave Shaman of Wild. 588, 420, and 1,036 for the Centaurs. Sons of Goros 620 with 870 there for the Tuskors. What do we get here? 125, 122, 670, 520, 500, 400, 300. Yeah, pretty good for the Ungors. 220, 600, 218, and 130. 850 here for the Brave Shaman. Marathi probably did ridiculous numbers. No, it's not too bad. 1.8 for her. 720 for the K-Knights. 430 and 1,200 for the Manticores. 880, 730 here from the Squadrunners with 680, 330 there for the Dark Riders with 500 and 350. 250, 240, 450 here for the Witch Elves with 450, 380 and 500 for the Dread Spears. Yep, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Yep, so GG's well played there. GG's well played. GG's great game. GG's great game. Lokia and Malas have their uses. Yeah, they do. That's true. What's that? Crony Bolanaga. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, Contende. Malas, Lokia, Rakarth. Rakarth. Oh, Rakarth is an absolute chad. I'll tell you what, Rakarth Double Black Dragon is legitimately the way. Rakarth Double Black Dragon is the new way. I hate how Marathi is Dark Elf's best Gooning Lord. I hate Hammer 3 is Dark Elf's best dash lord. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Prague. Alright, so it's going to be 1-0 here to the big green one. The big juicy green one is going to take the first. It's going to take the first here. So let's double check. Right, let's get that there. Awesome stuff. Contende, not the best meme lord. Hey, Bomor, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you here. Let's have a look. That's how you spell baloney. Oh, really? Crony baloney. Oh, that is pretty cool though. Crony baloney. I didn't know that. I didn't know that actually. Yeah, that's the thing. Manos has meme in his universal nickname. Yeah, it's called the meme. It's called the Memus Starblade. I had truly balanced selection. I think Memeblade is the one whom stands out in my observations. I think Loki is really strong in certain matchups. Yeah, I think he is a force to be reckoned with. He's not, he's a strong lord in a very strong pack of very good legendary lords. So, All right, so Dwarf. I know. Dwarven might. All right, so Beastmen against the Dwarfs. I like it. What was picked here? So, I can tell how much I hate and love you. I love it. I love these two playing against each other. I take Loki versus Dowie. Yeah, Loki versus Dowie is really nice. I like Loki versus Dowie. Yeah, 100%. I love this matchup. Yeah, Dwarfs versus Beastmen is a cool matchup, right, Mr. America? Yeah, I like this matchup. There's so many things you can do as the Dwarfs. It makes it so fun. There's like a legitimate way you can play, or you can go the Slayer way. You can take the Slayer life. And, that can do pretty nice as well. I think I've shown that battle off. I think actually Ducky cast one of my battles on live streams, which is where I brought the Slayer tide to beat down the Beastmen. It can be pretty strong. If they do go a bit of skirmish, yeah, it can be a little bit dicey. But it can do quite well as well. There is another way as well, which is where you go a bunch of grudge throwers, and then you also just take a bunch of slayers, and you just butcher everything. You just butcher everything, and you go, come at me, Wazix. Slay everything without a beard. So we're gonna be here on Prague, which is a. I like Prague. I think it's a pretty nice map. Good terrains here and there, little bits of bobs of trees and foliage and all sorts of pillars and posts all over the place. It makes it quite a fun, interesting map. And it's also got its flat stuff as well. Alright, so for the Beastmen, we are going to have Harpies. 1, 2, 3 units there of Harpies. Should be able to deal with the Gyrocopters. They have to be brought, but I actually don't think 3 units of Harpies would be enough. I just don't think they would be enough. So, on the floor here, we are going to be having double Chaos Warhounds with Poison. Minotaurs here, 3 units. That's a bold pick, Cotton. That's a bold pick. Goreheads in the middle. Backed up by Ungors. This is, if a Slayer Tide has been brought, it's going to be meaty. Oh, baby. Alright, so we are going to have the Brave Shaman of the Wild here, of course, with Traitorkin and the Boy. we're going to have the Doom Ball, and he is looking so goddamn angry. He's going to be having the Barbed Knuckle Boxing, Armor Piercing, base armor damage and melee attack increases, alongside Deadly Onslaught. So you can see 50% Armor Piercing increase, and the Slaughter's Call for plus 34. God damn it, that's so cool. Alright, so this boy's certainly going to be doing the boxing. I think he also has Dazed, which is negative 10 melee defense, and negative 25% speed. So we're going to be charging forward here, and let's have a look here for the Dwarven Holds. We are going to have Dwarf Warriors in the front, mixing in here with Longbeards. Longbeard great weapons, Iron Breakers, alongside Longbeards, Dwarf Warriors, Thunderers here in the middle. I'm really surprised we're going to see Iron Breakers. We're not going to see the Regiment of Renowned. That is a bit sad. Belegar Iron Hammer here with cannons, and Slayers, including the giant variety. The bad boys here with the big dual-wielding battle axes. Well, not dual-wielding, but double-headed battle axes are certainly ready to go here. I guess the battle axes are dual-head. I'm just getting tired, I guess. Anyway, Slayers here with, of course, the Death Blow. Unbreakable, 50 anti-large. I think it's bonus of large, 30. Yeah, 35 armor piercing. These things just thump everything. But yep, Thunder is pretty good as well. They're going to shoot things in the sky, do all the good juicy stuff that you normally expect. And here we go. Cannons are in the front. They're going to be shooting him. Goreherds certainly do need to be taken down. Goreherds are good in this matchup, and they can certainly do some good work. But logic, Beastmen have beards. Do they have beards? Maybe just slay the ones without beards, Loopy. Let's see, do they have beards? Let's have a look. Looks like they do have beards, you know. They've got little goatees. Some of these have beards. Alright, slay the ones without beards. Slay the ones without beards. The ones with beards, we can bring them in. We can bring them into the holds, bring them into the mountains, and make them feel welcome. Yeah, I'm certainly going to want to be, kind of finishing off and protecting these Thunderers here on the side. These can certainly come in and cause some havoc. We've got some Warhounds in the back as well. Got to be certainly aware of these. In the front here, pockets are slightly open here. A little bit too much for my liking. This hole here and this hole here could be problematic. A hole in the back here that can certainly get abused here by these Warhounds. They're going to move through. Certainly want to rotate this Slayer unit. Dragonback Slayers, yeah, looks like he's not going to be on it, and that there is going to be in from the Wolves. Wolves are going to be charging in. There's going to be a lot of damage here on the Cannoneer. Look at the damage there from the Wolves. It is absolutely absurd how good Chaos Warhounds are. They are so goddamn flipping good. Here you've got to be careful. Slayers are moving in here, but you also got to be careful of the backdoor pressure of the Doggos. Looks like Harpies here are going to be compromising the Thunderers. Can be said there on the same side as well. Slayers are in Dragonbacks. We do break apart the Warhounds, but the same can be said for the Cannons. The Cannons are not healthy. Doggos coming through. Where is going to be the intended target? Slayers should be able to move out here and meet the Doggos. Slayers are going to meet out, but look, they just go straight through. They don't care. This is how good Doggos are. They just push straight through. Slayers have got to sit on that target and wait for them to come, and then the Slayers have just got to engage when they're there. The Doggos are a really good answer to the Dowie. They're a really good answer. In the middle here, Ungors is going to be fighting up against Longbeards. Longbeards will chew through those. This is basically just Ungors hitting a brick wall with their fists. Like, you know, they're going to punch, but it's just going to hurt. In the middle here, we are going to be having the Minotaurs charging it up against the Thunderers. Thunderers do need to get out there if at all possible. Slayers need to be pushed through in and fighting here up against the Minotaurs, but they also need to take down the Harpies. And, this is where a full This is where a full Slayer army would have done quite well against the Minos and the incoming Harpies. I don't normally bring in double Thunderers and double Cannons. I think it's just a bit too much to protect. But yeah, no, it's interesting for sure. Slayers are going to do quite nicely. Doomball here could be taken apart by the Giant Slayers. But Belegar is getting his bread buttered. Yep, that boy, I've never seen him get deleted quite so quickly. But 81 melee attack with Dazed as well, bringing him down to 50 melee defense, is going to be getting slapped here by the Doomball. That is really unfortunate for the Dowie. It looks like here in the sky, the Harpies are going to be just breaking down the Thunderers. And this has been a great slap here coming in from the Beastmen. In the back here, we are going to be seeing, yep, that's pretty much all of the cannon crew's been dealt with. Thunderers are going to be breaking as well. It's just going to be Longbeards in the front. No bonuses as well to leadership or any sort of melee attack bonuses. So I think that's going to be the end of days, I think, for the Dowie. And unfortunately, that was a nice big quick punch there from the Beastmen and a pretty quick finish. Yeah, very nice indeed. Doomball is going to get away here, 64 speed. He's not going to be able to contend here with the Slayers. Belegar does shatter. Belegar here down to 350 HP. And he'll get finished off here by the Miners. Actually, killing him is not a bad idea. If you kill him, you get that negative 16, which goes to negative 10, rather than negative 16 to negative 8. And here, because he's not dead, you're not going to be getting any penalties to leadership here. If we can see those penalties, please. Can we see some penalties? Yeah, so damage sustained. You can see there, because the Lord's not dead, and he's not off the battlefield yet, and it's going to take him absolutely ages to get off. That'll be at least another 20 seconds there. Being that he's not off the edge of the battlefield, you're not going to see any negatives to leadership. But now having them clock through that negative to leadership would be very nice. This would spring army losses. Although Longbeards are going to be getting pushed over here to the left hand side, these bad boys are broken. We can see in the middle of the Dwarf Warriors are going to be fighting here alongside Minotaurs and the Goreheads. Longbeards getting pushed off the edge there after breaking. Blasting charges from the Ironbreakers are going to be doing well. That is going to be army losses, GG's, and well played here. Great game there and a brilliant performance from the green one. Brilliant performance. You can't fault to that. Brilliant performance. Didn't see your dogs. Yeah, dwarfs are the bane of the Dowie. Like, they are just the bane of the Dowie. Classic Elgi move. Oh, yeah, very good indeed. Yeah. GG's well played. There's going to be Slayers here fighting to the end. And of course, I think they've probably earned their Slayer Oath. So it's going to get pulled out before they die. You know, it is what it is. Hey, Rebane, how you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Man, it's been a while since I saw the last of the Mino bus. I know, Minotaurs coming through and doing the absolute butchery. GG's. 1081, 1100, and 880 there from the Minotaurs. Harpy 750, 650, 350. 335, sorry, with 320 and 200 there from the Chaos Warhounds. 250, 900, 750 for the Goreheads, with 140, 180, 150, and 150 for the Ungors, with 1,200 for the Brave Shaman, and 1,350 for the Doomball. I really like the Doomball pick. That was very strong indeed, very strong. And this is where I feel like Belegar falls short in this matchup, and no puns intended. I do feel like he doesn't quite meet up to the punch you need in this matchup. You need that extra melee attack buff, I think. This is a tough one. I think this build can work. Yeah, the Doggos just ripped apart this build, though. It doesn't quite show it, but just the pressure there that had to move around the Slayers, where the Slayers couldn't bat the Thunderers, and the Slayers also couldn't be on the cannons. It was quite tough. Ironbreakers 680, 780, 480, 300 as well for the Longbeard Great Weapons. Normal Longbeards 300 and 490, 350 and 180 there for the Dwarf Warriors, with Slayers in at 800 and the Dragonbacks in at 100, 1150. 58 and 375 there from the Thunderers, and Thunderers are some of the best range tools in the game, and they just got shut down so well. 207, 330 there for the Cannons, Giant Slayers in 880. Yeah, it's a tough one, that. It's a tough one. I think I come with a slightly different approach, but, I think that's the nice thing about this matchup. I think many people can bring it in many different ways. For sure. GG's well played. Poor Belegar, I know, Daniel, I know. He got well and truly butchered. But GG's well played to these gents. GG's well played indeed. Hey Mark, how you doing? Welcome. GG's indeed, yeah, GG's. Yeah, brilliant finish there from the green one. Excellent performance indeed. And he'll be taking the 2-0 here. He'll be taking the 2-0 from the best of three. I assume we're calling it there. These guys wanted the best of three. Happy still. Let's just double check they're still happy with the best of three. If they're happy with the best of three, then that's totally fine by me as well. Gertrude trades upwards into Torox if he can find the engagement. Yeah, this is also true. Iron over brass. Indeed, Luffy, indeed. The Iron Ball is what I should call him. Yes, I guess Panther needs to go party. Oh, party! I need to drink my sadness. Oh yeah, no fancy lemonade. it was an absolute pleasure to have both of these legends on the final. Yeah. Absolutely. Total War Warhammer TWW Gotrek is kind of trash. I think he can be very good actually, but he's kind of only used in a goon squad. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so I'll get in touch with the green one. So today he's going to be winning a Total War Warhammer 3 copy coming from me. So I'll be giving that to him. I'll pay for that and send that across to him there to say congratulations on winning the Season 6 of BattleMania. So if any of you guys that did enjoy this today, please do feel free to smash that like button. It really does help here on the channel. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be loads more content coming forward for Warhammer 3. I'll be getting my embargo very shortly. Yeah, I've been doing that for a while. I mean, maybe it takes my telling by surprise because, yeah, maybe they haven't played for a while. But I quite like the Gotrek. Yeah, Gotrek's cool, man. Gotrek's cool. But yeah, I think that second take Cypher. I think Cypher wants to have another go, maybe. GG's and thanks for the stream, bud. No, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna have more of this coming for Warhammer 3. There's gonna be more short bid tournaments as well. So tomorrow we'll have Tisu's League, which is gonna be like a cross between like Tisu's joining ODM, so he'll be a bit like an ODM tournament tomorrow. I'll be casting the bronze final and the finals, so I'll be casting third place and first place, 2 best of 5s. I'll be taking over from the ODM boys there in the finals. So if you want to watch them, make sure to check those guys out. They'll be in my Discord, so you can find out their stream all the way up to the semis. I'll take over in the finals, and then we'll be doing gold through to Masters from Ents Ladder on Sunday. After that, there'll be 3 more events next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll also be doing the short bid tournament. So the new player tournament. So if anybody wants to play, you need to get the short bid status. You need to come play against me or against one of the admins, and we'll get you in there with the short bid. And then we'll be leading into my content for Warhammer 3. And then we'll be looking forward to the future with pitch battles in Warhammer 3, as well as domination battles, and a whole bucket load of fun. There's going to be so much coming forward for Warhammer 3 with so much excitement. I really hope you guys enjoyed the BattleMania. I try to keep it as professional as I possibly can. So we had all the players in with all the referees. I want to say thank you to the referees today. We had Artisan Tech Priest, we had Omen in, we had the Rubber Duck of War in, and we also had Arcadia from RTK. So those 4 guys came in and helped refereeing. They got in the lobbies here for the voice chats, brought the guys in, made the lobbies, and watched over the games and made sure that it was all professional, so this could be a nice, smooth event. So yeah, thank you so much to all of you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for some more top tier multiplayer content. So see you there. And if I get a chance tonight, I might be on Twitch. So if I'm on Twitch tonight, if I want to do play a little bit Warhammer myself, I might do like a come at me bro or something like that, or maybe I'll do a King of the Hill, or maybe something if you guys want to come in and join. So do make sure you go follow there on Twitch, just in case that I do go ahead and stream there. So, yep, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some more content.